right, hello and welcome. It's Tuesday, which means we're playing Avatar Legends. Woo! Very excited. So right out of the way, fully edited episodes on the YouTube Jake and Pfeffers, and please hit up the Discord. All the fantastic links will be in the chat. I am Sir Pfeffers, and I get to play Iman. Very excited. He just met his brother. His brother's a criminal. My family runs a privatized prison. I'm gonna be going through a lot of trauma, and you can catch up on that if you missed a few episodes, etc. But elephant in the room, let's talk about it. The fantastic Jessica is with us. Jessica, feel free to introduce yourself. If you want to talk about your character, you can. You don't have to. I don't know what you and George have planned out, but go.
Hello. I'm Jessica Vanel. I'm popping in and becoming a full member of this group. I'm so excited to be invited. Thank you all for having me.
Yay.
I cannot wait. I don't want to give away too much of my character. I kind of want to play as we go so you can see, but her name is Suri, as you might be able to see in the bottom of the screen. And that is all I'm going to say for now. If we want to pop over to the beautiful Zukira.
I love you. Hello, everybody. It is Alexandria. I am playing Zukira, the earthbending firebender. As you guys might have known, I did some dangerous things and I've threatened people, but I swear I have a heart of gold and I love everybody. Her arm got broken real bad last episode. It was a little traumatizing. We're gonna go deal with that. Gonna throw it over to Baku.
Hey, I'm Crypto Jake. I play Baku, the resident team healer at this point. Getting ready to deal with all of Iman's drama, as they're close friends, and he will be dealing with that as well, I'm sure. So that'll be fun. Jay, go ahead.
Yo, I'm Jay. I play Lu Shi, the one-armed anger management person. He has issues. You got him too. And like the song says, leave them all to me, and I'll give mine to you. You know what I mean? So let's unpack all that. George.
Cool. And I'm GoodGriefGeorge, and I play everyone else, which is fine. Okay, so yeah, we had a lot of stuff happen last week, and as always, I'll do the intro to kind of give a recap of what happened, and we'll just go from there because we have so much to just like unfold, basically. So okay, what are we on? Episode 5 now?
Yes.
Sounds about right. Episode 5, Family Ties, Part 2. We decided that. It's Part 2. Okay. Earth, fire, water, air. I did it right this time, but I did kind of mix it up a little bit because it's supposed to be earth, water, fire, air. But I mean, like, I did it right because 1, I got yelled at for not doing it right. And 2, we have a new player, so I can't just not do the fancy original intro. You can't be bullied if you start off cringy, as they say.
You're right.
Anyway, so we got some ground to cover today, so I'll try to be brief. This is Avatar Legends, the tabletop game designed by Magpie Games, using the Powered by the Apocalypse dice rolling system. Today, there may be themes of family struggles and possibly death, although I can promise that the latter will be off screen. So with that being said, I just kind of wanted to warn you all. I apologize for not providing warnings before today for triggering situations, and I'll try to be more upfront about that going forward. No one's complained about it or anything, but I thought about it and went, I might need to let people know about this ahead of time. I wanted to let the players know ahead of time, but we started a little late, so now the players know. Get ready for that.
When I was joking about your hair, I didn't think you were actually going to kill the character.
Oh,
Look, they always go for the healer first, so see you guys later.
I didn't know you were a cement bender because you've just solidified that in place. All right, so what happened? Here we go. The companions had left boat bottom in their stolen Sparrowkeet air dirigible, but with only 1 canister of fuel collected, they couldn't go very far. Luckily, Ume had stated that she had more at a workshop, which was close by and on their way, and so the group set out with a new destination. It didn't take long before the stowaways were revealed, as they are not the most sneakiest of teenagers. Princess Flutterbat and the Badger Frog Bounty Master explained during the course of a meal that they were on the airship for two very important reasons. The first being, of course, the surrender of Lu Shi and his companions to them, so that they could collect the bounty for the Yu Dao Bounty Hunters Guild. The second, and slightly less important to them, was to deliver a message from Jade Jin, the group's former compatriot who was found in Boat Bottom by her family, subdued and subsequently captured to be returned to her shady parents. Jade's weapon is what they were after, and the bounty hunters found their opportunity to claim their bounties by doing as she asked, and absconded with the sword of Water and Air Tribe design. Baku believes his family and the book he carries with him might be able to provide some insight on the weapon, but the discussion was put on hold as they arrived at Ume's workshop. The place was more of a mess than it usually was, with every trap sprung and certain items missing. It was almost like the GM was creating a plot scenario where the companions couldn't travel any farther with ease, but no, that would be too basic. A letter from the Crimson Ferrets stated that they had stolen away her escape options and other important experimental technological advancements and were arriving to take what was owed. It was a lot, approximately 1/4 of the cost of Iman's prison. The companions chose to rest and heal for the upcoming fight ahead of them, bravely miscalculating just how many opponents would arrive. When they did, Iman received the shock of his life to discover his brother Kip, whom had left the family a year ago as a leader amongst the gang members, and further still had learned some rudimentary metal bending. A heated discussion and even more heated battle swiftly took place. The group proved to be a match for the Crimson Ferrets, although unfortunately in the battle, a large amount of Ume's workshop was being destroyed in the process. As a last resort, Ume herself revealed a contraption that could be described as nothing less than a lightning minigun and began charging it up. With the threat of being electrocuted, the gang gave up and Kip retreated with them, battered and bruised. Iman's brother didn't leave without a final word, however, biting further into Iman's family by revealing that a recent prison break had happened there, and it seemed important. Also, Kip recognized Lu Shi's meteorite ring and recalled meeting Lu Shi in Boat Bottom a few months ago, when the Crimson Ferrets were doing a deal with his mentor, Shui Wu, the same night she seemingly betrayed Lu Shi and cut off his arm. The only thing Kip recalls hearing from her during that trade was the statement, "Now they will never find him. Now they will never collect him," and had traveled to the southeast past the Great Divide. Now the companions find themselves watching their enemies limp off ahead of them to Sparrowkeet Station, while the workshop behind them falls to pieces from the fight. What will they do now? And as the enemies are like when they're well beyond talking or hearing distance, Ume still holding on to the lightning gun, as it were. She goes, Are they gone? Are they leaving?
Yeah, seems like
For
it.
now.
Oh, finally. And then she hits a button and just the whole thing shuts down. She's, whoo! Oh, I'm glad that worked. That was the biggest ruse I've ever done, ever. I've never used this before, but I'm glad it did work.
Would it actually have electrocuted everybody, or was that...
No, absolutely not. This is basically just a giant light switch.
Ume, you are
You think I
amazing.
have a weapon like that laying around outside for someone to just walk up to the front door and just collect? No.
It wouldn't
What's
surprise
wrong
me.
with you?
I also wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I wouldn't like that. You could build something with that if you wanted to. Like
I did, but I clearly designed it so that it wouldn't attack anyone, because that would just be ridiculous.
Yeah. Am I able to bend some sand to try to put out some of the fires?
Sand's a little difficult,
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm just firebending some of it away. Just
but you
pulling it
can,
into
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can kind of work it out. Yeah,
I'll be
and going,
the rest.
yeah, going on with that, you can see just the destruction. Things are really starting to fall over and so forth because of
Firebends faster.
because of what happened.
Tries to sand, doesn't sand. Okay.
Well, I guess thank you for that, I suppose.
It could have gone better,
Yes, it definitely could have gone better.
but at
Really
least
sorry.
they didn't raze it to the ground like they said they were going to. So you have half a shop at least.
Yeah. I suppose I do.
I'll go over and check on Lu Shi, who, if I remember correctly, is absolutely half dead.
How you doing, Lucy? How
And-
you feeling?
Zakira's got a broken arm.
Seen better days. So have we all.
I'm once the if the fires are out, I'm gonna kind of try to. Oh, wrong side. Put the arm put the arm over the shoulder and try to like bring him inside and to relative safety.
He's fixated on something. Those words are replaying in his head.
Yeah. Not gonna pry on him or anything like that. Just pry into it. Just kind of give him some space, but also like try to help him out a little bit, and then go over to Zakira and be like, "Are you okay, Zucchini?"
I think the shock is making sure I don't feel this, but I'm pretty sure it's broken.
Let me see. Are there any bones like protruding out broken, or is it just like?
Well, the way he did it was like, ow. I think they'd be more in than out.
So I'll take some water and start.
Yeah, you can
healing
start
it.
the healing process. It's going to take some time to heal fully broken bone.
Yeah.
But yes.
Maybe we can get it to a fracture instead of a break.
Kind of out of character, like just my understanding of waterbending healing is like they almost use the water to identify the problem as well. Like when Katara's healing Aang, she's like, there seems to be a lot of energy bent up, twisted up in here as she's healing him.
Mhm.
So like, would I be able to kind of identify if the bone needs to be set, if it still needs to, like how to outwardly help heal it, like with a splint or something with that heal?
How often do you heal in your backstory? Like what's your, because you're not necessarily Katara, and every healer would have a different type. So she's a very caring, nurturing person. So she's able to identify using her water bending. How would you go about healing? Are you more of a rudimentary heal the actual bones themselves, or like more of the larger stuff?
His healing was actually something that came more natural than combat,
Okay.
which was like kind of frowned upon in the Northern Water Tribe because like the men didn't heal, the women did. So
So you're a field medic.
kind of.
Okay. Yeah. So you're
This is familiar.
you'd be able to provide enough on the spot where she can effectively use her arm in combat, but it would still hinder her bending. But it won't like you can release a lot of like the internal, like the pain. You know how to create that kind of like, you know how to stop the nerve, or kind of, I guess stop the nerves and so forth, and reduce that significantly, like numb it up.
So I'll do that, and if there needs to be any additional splinting, I'll like do that as well.
If you I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll or rely on your skills and training to do that too,
Okay.
to make sure you don't mess that up.
And that is with focus, right?
That is rolling with focus. Yes.
While he's doing that, I assume I don't have the prepared status anymore.
No, statuses are
I can uncheck
getting
that.
cleaned. Yep.
That is an 11.
Oh, good. Okay.
Okay.
So on a hit, you do it. So there you go. And you've done it perfectly. Essentially, you did not roll a 7 through 9, so you managed to do the thing you wanted to do.
How does that feel?
It's surprising.
Amazing, actually. Thank you, Baku.
Still try to take it easy on it if you can, and I'll kind of heal it again over the next few days just to make sure that it's fully healed, but that should be good for now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, you did a great job fighting.
I tried.
Really impressive bending.
Thanks. You too.
Go see if Lucian needs any help.
Probably needs a little more than I do.
And Lucia, you're with Iman, right?
I'm around. I'm within
I'm
earshot.
sitting. Yeah, I'm sitting somewhere.
Okay, but not having a conversation though.
No.
Okay.
And marking a fatigue for that healing, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, Zakir, you can mark off double checking. Either 3 fatigue or 2 conditions.
Zakira, you can mark off the 2 fatigue. That is what it will heal currently. And it'll over time heal a little bit better.
Lucy, how you feeling? Do you need any healing or?
Yes.
I just looked at Lucy's stuff.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's half
here's
dead.
the problem. Here's the problem. Lucy is got conditions on him, but he has no fatigue. He spent a lot of that fatigue to do those moves, to slam the ground into the, but he wasn't really getting hit a lot.
Right.
He was basically just expending his own energy. So he's got conditions, but he's not injured.
Okay, so there's nothing physically to
There's
heal.
there's really nothing that you're going to be able to physically heal.
Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of, can I like flavor, like, do the water and be like, you look physically, you're fine, and then just kind of.
Yeah, you can apply it, and if you want to involve that in a role play to guide and comfort him to remove a couple of those conditions, you absolutely can.
Oh, that's a thing. Guide and comfort, right? Of course, I know how to play this game.
No, that's what I'm here for, right? So for those of you who are new to this, basically when someone tries to guide and comfort, they roll with harmony, and on a hit, they choose one of 2 options. The person that's receiving it. So they embrace your guidance and comfort. They can clear a condition or 2 fatigue, and you may ask one question that they have to answer honestly, which is a cool roleplay mechanic. Or they shut you down. They inflict a condition on you, and you then shift their balance in response. Kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, so
On
I'll
a 10
just.
or higher, there's a little bit more to it, but
So I'll, kind of just start like with the back and like run the water around. I'm not really sensing
are
any.
you accepting this, by the way, Lucy?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sensing anything physical, but there is some kind of twisted chi going on here. What? I asked one question. Is that?
No, that's after the roll.
Oh, it's after the roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just roll harmony now.
Twisted
Sorry.
Chi sounds like a fantastic tea house.
Oh my goodness, we have to go.
Welcome to Lucy's Tea.
All right,
Do
that
you happen to
isn't-
know which kind of condition you're trying to clear right now?
It was trouble, right? I think because like I'm going to be asking about what Kip Boyo said to him.
Yeah.
That seemed to upset him so much. So that's an 8.
Okay. So that's a hit. So Lucy, you get to choose one of those 2 things. Do you want to shut him down and not talk about this, or do you want to embrace the guidance?
I'll embrace the guidance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll clear the troubled condition, and then you can then also ask Baku a question that he has to answer honestly.
Ooh.
Do you think we can do this? That we can win?
Honestly, after what just the 4 of us were able to accomplish, yeah. Like, I'm being blunt. You and Sakira did all the fighting. You guys held them off.
At what cost?
Well, that's something we can work on, but
Or a crash in the background at what cost? One of the tents collapses.
we bought ourselves some time at least.
Walk over to Ume and just hug her. She's like, I'm so sorry.
We can help rebuild, and maybe we can actually get to the root of the problem instead of just delaying it and maybe making it worse.
Iman is doing that thing where he's very poorly trying to assemble a tent back up and just getting tangled in the background of all this.
He's trying. He's trying his best.
But I think if we stick together, we can do
What?
really impressive things.
I'm so close, Baku. Closer than I've ever been.
What did Kit mean?
My master, my mentor. She's the one who did this to me.
I would ask why, but I guess if you knew, then
I have a clue. Finally, I have a clue. Everything in my body is telling me to run. I know that I shouldn't.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Whatever comes next, we have your back. You don't have to face this alone.
Yeah, thanks.
Try to get some rest. You look exhausted.
I fall over.
I'll be fine. I'll help. He points at Iman. I'm sure just flopping around at this point.
It's bad. I'm doing like if I'm in a sleeping bag and my head's kind of sticking out. I'm doing like the caterpillar crawl.
We'll deal with that mess and see if we can get that going.
Thanks.
Thanks, Baku.
Anytime.
Lucy, that conversation brings you one step closer to care. So you can shift your balance the opposite direction.
All right. Princess Flutterbat and was it Doug?
Doug.
Was it
Doug.
Doug?
His name is Doug. Don't forget.
Doug.
His name's Doug.
Yeah. It's like
Badger Frog Bounty Master, yeah.
yeah.
Doug.
Oh, great.
They're
at the
gone, so you
airship.
can actually come out and help us now.
They're at the airship.
How far away is the airship? Is it not within earshot? of me
About a
screaming?
10-minute walk. Yeah, it's about a 10-minute walk.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because it's just outside the forest.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Good to go get them.
Yeah, we should probably start moving what's exposed inside before we try to put this back together.
Fair enough. That's what you guys want to do? Okay. So what's the plan? Are you guys going to heal for a little while? Are you going to just help rebuild? Do you want to discuss before that? Like, do you want to go after the Crimson Ferrets into Sparrowkeet Station? What do you guys want to do?
We know they're coming back.
They are very battered and bruised, so it might take some time.
Okay.
But they will be coming back at some point, but definitely not today.
Okay.
Actually, let's go back to the airship, get something to eat, and let's discuss our next steps.
That's smart.
Move.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Want to eat something, Ume?
After a harrowing event like that, yes, I think I could. I mean, there's really always a good excuse to have some of the lobster crab chowder.
True, but
Right,
we gotta
Ivan?
get there before Iman.
Yeah. House rules. I eat last. That in the line.
Fair enough. So you guys do make the trek back. It's fairly quick, and there appears to have been a small combat happening there. You do see Princess Flutterbat and Doug. Bedfrog Bounty Master outside. He is weeping, openly weeping over his tongue whip that has been like sliced into pieces. And Princess Flutterbat's, thankfully her glider suit is still intact, but she does look a little bruised up, as if some like rocks or something has been pelted at her from the sky and so forth. And Kian Yu is also there, like not in the greatest of shape, but she's still like fine and breathing heavily.
I look at all this. I look to Kian Yu. What happened?
I'm glad it's just you. Is everything okay at the treehouse?
Oh,
We just. Oh, yeah.
Mostly.
Okay. We
There's
just
a lot.
had some stragglers, some creature with a claw or something tried to take the artifact from us, but these two helped me, and they stopped him.
Whoa! Back it up. Claw creature.
The bounty hunter master is just wailing. Yes, it was the claw. He has betrayed us, or did we betray him? I don't know.
Doug, calm down.
Part of the same guild, but look at my weapon. It is destroyed. Oh, woe is me.
No, we bought tickets to the theater.
Listen, Doug.
This is on par with the Ember Island players.
That's what I'm saying.
Squat down.
Doug's like, really? Do you think they'd take me?
You should try it. I think you're wasted as a bounty hunter.
Year, but they wouldn't accept me because I didn't want to read the monologue that they offered me. I had this elaborate plan on myself. Princess Flutterbat was going to be my lighting specialist, but they wouldn't allow her in the theater either.
You want to know why they didn't take you? You would have outshined them all.
Jealous.
Jealousy is a disease. Wish them well.
Oh God.
You're not wrong.
The best revenge is living well.
Princess Flutterbat rolls her eyes. Anyway, your artifact safe and that sword.
Oh, good.
Really
Well.
appreciate it, hon.
I was gonna make some food.
Oh.
So
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that? But everything's fine at the treehouse. I heard a
No.
lot of noise, and there was some stomping and some fire.
there were a lot of those things. Yes.
Tell you more
But-
about it inside.
It is safe for the
okay.
moment.
Okay,
So,
good.
Everyone goes inside. I'll keep a bit of a watch. There's only one entrance to the dirigible, or is it potentially more than one?
Well, there'd be an entrance on both sides of the place that you guys can enter in and out of. Yeah, there's two entrances technically.
Okay, I'll do a couple patrol laps and then eventually go in once once I start smelling the food.
Fair enough. You guys are doing that. Okay, what's your guys' plan? What do you want to do? Ume, of course, would have you guys help rebuild a little bit, and she also strongly encourages you to go to Sparrowkeet Station, where all of the equipment is. And you guys don't really have enough fuel to get anywhere else anyway. So
Right.
I definitely want to help her out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Real guilty right now.
Agreed.
I proposed to the crew the idea that Princess Flutterbat and Doug might be more of a hindrance than a help if we were to go into Sparrowkeet Station. So maybe we all go help rebuild a little bit and then we branch off, maybe with Kian Yu, powerful metal bender, to Sparrowkeet
rudimentary
Station.
metal bender.
Metal bender.
Does metal bending?
Because I need answers. I'm in needs a few context clues. about his
Kian
brother.
Yu does not want to leave the dirigible
Okay.
because
Yeah,
more
gonna
than
say.
likely the posters are all over the place with her face on it.
Right. We're criminals. Anyway,
She's a big one.
can I?
And since you're more of a prison person anyway, you think about that as she reminds you that she is a criminal, and you realize that like there are 2 bounty hunters here. It wouldn't make sense for them to not know about that bounty.
I don't like it.
We doing a team huddle?
Yeah.
How much is her
Story.
bounty worth?
Guys,
Is
I
it
think we
That-
should help.
is
That's
it
going to be
equal?
negotiable, but it is quite a lot.
Is it equal to
A fourth of the
Dirigible?
prison.
Ume's
Yeah.
debt?
Oh, it's more than that.
So we hand her over, and then we rescue her
Oh my
after
God.
getting the money, and then we pay off
She can be our
Ume's
Wookiee.
debt
She could be our
and keep what's
Wookiee.
left over.
Kanye is not happy about
Metal
this.
handcuffs. Metal handcuffs. You can
Do
just.
they know you're a metal bender?
Yeah, I used to work for them. I was an architect.
Solid point. Solid point.
They're gonna bring me to the Sparrowkey Air headquarters, and there's no way you're getting in and out of that.
Oh.
Fine.
Could just set it up.
I mean, I've seen you guys fight. I mean, like, there's a small chance, but I don't think so.
Well, I could try to use the old family name to get us some dirigible fuel.
Would it work over here?
Mr. Game Master.
It's
would it
actually
work?
close. Harbortown is the biggest closest city.
Oh,
so
so
yes.
maybe.
You guys are just north or just south of Harbortown.
Okay, and sorry to recap. What do we need from Sparrowkey?
Fuel.
Station fuel. You need
Station.
fuel.
Oh, okay, right. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Okay.
We need the go juice.
Yep.
The blimp juice.
Your
Yeah.
stuff is fixed. Now you just need fuel.
Okay.
And this is a
So,
real
so,
good
so what
place
you're
for
saying
it
is that
because
yes, it could work. That I could flash
Oh,
my
yeah.
station to get us
there's a
some dirigible
possibility
fuel.
of that.
So
Mhm.
I could, use my little badge of station with my family name to get us some dirigible fuel, but that definitely will leave a bit of a trail. But combat might not be the way to go with this
I think we've done enough fighting for a while.
approach. Well, until I find Kip again.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind breaking one of his arms. Fair's
Alright.
fair.
Like we could rebuild the fort and get fuel, but if we don't deal with the Crimson Ferris, they're just gonna come back. We might not have a choice but to fight.
We'll try
Sounds
talking
like-
first.
Almost sounds like you guys want to find a resolution to that.
So
What? You guys are just not just gonna beat people up and leave?
Listen.
What? Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you.
Listen.
We're learning that this isn't just D&D.
We can't just charm person, we can't just throw a fireball. Well, Zucchini can.
It's like, wait a minute.
Well, how about that? How about team? How about we go help with the rebuilding, and then we go into Sparrowkey. Maybe we split up and some of us watch the dirigible in case the claw comes back. And maybe me and Baku go in. There's a bounty on Lucy. It's dangerous.
Bounty on all of us.
Sort of. The bounty is on Lucy and his compatriots. It's very vague how many there are. They just kind of threw it on there.
So everyone's just guilty by association.
Well, yes, of course you are.
Until
you not
we
believe you
clear
are?
it. Because, of course, ludicrous allegations, right, Lucy?
Sure.
Ludicrous.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause
Yes.
You didn't do anything. I don't know what
Didn't do
you're
nothing.
talking.
Oh, it's-
No,
nothing
I-
happened.
No,
It's the wrong arm.
it is.
They just can't get my arm right. So what do you think of that plan, gang?
As long as we help Ume, that's
Okay,
kind of
and
the
Yes.
biggest thing on my heart right now.
all right. Okay. And
Cool.
A little worried about the artifact and all that. Do we have enough juice to move the dirigible a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
you have
kind
enough
of
juice to
up,
move.
down, different location. We should probably do that.
Get there, just not past there, really. That's why we need to get the fuel.
Yeah, let's just park it somewhere else, because of whatever the claw is.
I mean,
knows
if
where
the claw
it
found
is.
us here, he's gonna be able to find a giant dirigible. So
Yeah, but he might literally be watching the dirigible right now. But might as well give him a little legwork to do and just, I don't know, optimize.
Oh, he went running off. Don't worry about him. We gave him the what for.
I look at
Thank you, Doug.
Keon Yu for her vibe on what, you know, it's her artifact / the
Yeah,
MacGuffin.
yeah. He was pretty bruised up.
All right. Okay. Well,
He didn't anticipate a metal bender here.
go team.
You're our secret weapon.
Fair enough. Okay. We're gonna pause for a minute and skip over to Suri. I need to know what Suri wants to do. Suri, you're in town. You're at the Sparrowkeet station, and you're doing what you're doing, right? You will notice the band of the Crimson Ferrets returning, just bruised, battered, and broken.
Okay.
What do you want to do with that information?
Can I tell that they're coming from the direction of?
Oh yeah, you know that this is the band that had left early in the morning to go take care of like Ume's problem, or go to Ume's workshop. And
Okay.
they're back and they're just like damaged somehow. You also know that the traps weren't working. So
Yeah. So I'm gonna be kind of looking at them like, that's interesting, because as far as I know, there's no one back at camp that could do that kind of damage. Like, did they get mauled by something? So I'm gonna slowly and cautiously make my way over to Ume's camp and
well,
start.
you could go slowly, and that will take a long time.
Okay. Well, okay,
Um,
I'm gonna speed walk my way over there, but then once I get about to like the border of the camp, then I'm gonna be a bit more cautious, looking around. Once I see that no one's there, I'm gonna start investigating, maybe trying to salvage some things, figure out what happened here that did this kind of damage that's not fire damage. Like, I thought it was just the firebenders that would have burned everything, but I'm seeing everything's like, there's, you know, cracks in the ground and there's water kind of dripping from leaves and things. I'm like, what the heck happened here?
Mhm.
So I'm just trying to piece everything together.
Yep, and there's no one there right now.
hmm Yeah, so I'm just gonna stick around here for now, though. Just kind of take a look at the camp, keep stock. Maybe
Maybe
eventually
outside or like in the there's a treehouse that's got like a main trunk where like a lot of their stuff is, and then she's got various tents that are all like, you know, we can fly around on pulleys and systems and things like that. So she's goofy as shit, and but several of them are you know, being propped up and or are destroyed. And so do you want to be hanging out by the tents, hanging outside, be inside the treehouse?
I'll be outside, kind of just trying to take stock of the damage, see if there's anything I can salvage without poking around too much, because I don't want to have anything fall down.
Fair enough. Okay. And the rest of the party, you guys have established what you want to do. You talked about this for a while. You guys are now fully fed, and there are more beds available in the treehouse than there are in the dirigible. So it's not getting like late. It's just kind of like the sun is kind of setting at this point, or it's like twilight. Let's go with twilight. And you guys head up into the forest, go into the clearing where the fire has made more of a clearing, and there is someone, I'll let you give the description, kind of meandering about and looking at things and maybe trying to piece things together.
Okay.
You would like to give a description.
Yeah, so she's a young woman, young girl, probably around 16 to 18 years old. You could tell from a distance. She's got her hair up in a high ponytail, kind of all pulled back away from her face. She might have, she has a scar, a facial scar running down her cheek that's been healed for a while. She's also wearing Water Tribe clothing, although she's not wearing the full regalia. It's more the basics without the furs, just keeping it simple and warm or comfortable for the warm environment. She's just popping around, looking, not really paying too much attention. Well, she's paying attention, but she's really focused on the task at hand.
Mm-hmm. And Baku, since you do know that those are Northern Water Tribe regalia.
How far away are we from?
Up to you guys at this point. See her from afar.
Oh, okay.
Who is that?
I don't know,
A friend of ours.
but they look like they're Water Tribe.
And I look like an
At that-
earthbender.
At that,
Right.
Umeya stops tinkering with whatever the hell she's tinkering with at the time, not paying attention to what's in front of her. But she looks up, Water Tribe? Oh, sorry.
So at that point, Suri turns around and is like, "Oh my gosh, hi, who's all?" And she's kind of running over and like she's really excited to see Ume. She might like run and give her a quick little hug, be so happy that she's safe and okay. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you're here, you're okay,
fine.
you're safe.
Yep.
The camp's
Uh-huh.
messed up. I don't know what happened here. Don't know who these people are. Do they have something to do with it? What's going on? Hi."
Hi.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, yes, they did have a lot to do with what you're looking at right now.
Sorry.
But they're still on our side, I guess, in a sense. They're not with the Crimson Ferrets or with the Sparrowkeet Air people.
Okay, good. Well, it's nice to meet you all. I'm Suri. Hi.
I'm Baku.
I'm in.
Kira.
Who's she?
Awesome to meet you. Also, I feel like Baku, that was your name?
Yeah.
I feel like I recognize you from somewhere. Are you Northern Water Tribe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We probably crossed paths there. I don't really remember though. Anyway, so exactly what happened here?
The Crimson Ferrets showed up.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. I saw them leave. So I thought the place was. I didn't think you were back yet. So I tried setting up some traps, but they weren't really working for me. So I just figured I'd let them go, deal with that. Not much we could do. And I was doing do some investigating in town. But you're here, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be, honestly. But
Sir,
so you fought them. Oh yeah.
I was worried about you.
Oh.
I saw when I arrived and I saw all the traps not set up properly, I thought that you had been,
Oh no. I got it all set up and I got the heck out of Dodge. No, I was not being here for all that nonsense. Me?
Why did you choose to go to the station? Why not actually leave?
Because they weren't gonna be there. That's the thing. They all the Crimson Ferrets were gonna go with here and try to do what they're gonna do here. Figured no one's gonna be here. I went to town and I did some investigating while I was there.
Did you find out?
I have a lead to the leader of the Crimson Ferrets.
Really?
I do. Yes. No, I was. So the thing is, the way that they were all fighting for a while there, you had the guards and then you had the Crimson Ferrets. They were fighting each other, but it was more like play fighting, honestly. Like no one was getting bloody, no one was getting hurt. Recently, though, right about the time that we started hearing rumors about this new leader, those fights were getting bloody. They were getting that. A guy was almost killed this morning from the Crimson Ferrets. The guards. I ran over and I made sure he was okay, but besides the point.
You got involved in a fight? Sorry.
What? I had my tack. I'm good. I know how to take care of myself. Also, it was kind of after the fight anyway, so they kind of had walked away. They thought he was done and gone, and I ran over and made sure that he was still breathing and got him inside and made sure they didn't finish the job. Anyway, no, but I found out some information though, like there. So he told me though that I found the information from him. He was very thankful that I came over, saved his life. So he wouldn't tell me who the new boss is, but I found out where their workshop is. And we think that's where the head honcho is going to be. It's a Sparrowkeet warehouse.
Oh,
Ume, you want to go shopping?
Let's do it.
is that Is that where I'm going to get all of my things back?
That's where everything went. That's where they stored everything. And like that place is just filled up to the max with all of our stuff, probably other people's stuff. Like that's where they've been, they've extorted everyone in town. That's where they've been storing it.
Oh.
So they're working together.
Who's working together?
The Sparrowkeets and the Crimson Ferrets. Well, if it got bloody, maybe they were working together. And now
we had thought that at first, yes, because they, like she said, they were the protection money.
Right.
That's why I stopped paying them, because I was never really attacked by Sparrowkeet. They just kept throwing on these displays of fighting, and we're here to protect you and all that, but nothing really happened. Yeah. But you're saying that since I've left, that things have actually turned worse.
No, they've gotten a lot worse. For a while, it was because I think, the thing is, a lot of these Crimson Ferrets, they used to be with the Sparrowkeets, but then they got fired and they joined the gang. So they didn't seem to want to fight each other as badly, but this new boss must have given them some new orders, because it's gotten bad since you've been gone.
Oh. Well. Good riddance then. Go get my stuff.
You're not gonna come with us?
What? Oh no, do you see how much work I have to do here?
Yeah.
We're gonna help you.
I mean, they better help you. Yes?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
All right, let's do it then.
Fair enough. Do you... You've already destroyed so much. I wonder if they stole it. Give me a second. She kind of like goes inside, and like just on the inside of the doorway on the side, there's like, she pulls a series of like levers to bring down these, like, they're not binoculars, but they're binoculars connected to something, and it's just like a series of tubes basically, and she's looking through each of them, and it's almost like she's able to see kind of in various parts of her her establishment with this device, which is pretty ingenious, honestly. She's looking through each of like the binoculars, and she's kind of looking at them, and she goes, oh good, they didn't think to look down below the earth. All right, you can take the car.
I can take the car? Really? Are you sure? I mean, I'm not even gonna ask if you're sure. I'm gonna take it. Goodbye. Let's go.
It's a car?
It's dangerous.
It's
So-
not that dangerous. We've got it figured out.
Another lever is pulled, and from like under one section of the earth, it just kind of rumbles and then just like drops down, very Batman cave style. And then I mean, there's no driver yet, so you'd have to go down to see it. But as you do go down there and kind of look down at the bottom, you see it's not even that large of a hole. It's just what is called the Cabbage Car T model. So you heard me. It is made from the brand new company Cabbage Core, which has been around for about 18 years or so, and they've been developing cheap, fun transportation for everyone. And this is like one of their newer models that is probably very clearly stolen. Just out of the money for one of these. But like, I'm sure everything in this place has been nicked in some manner.
Has to do what you asked to do. All right, let's go, guys.
So now you have a vehicle.
Oh yeah. I've been taking lessons.
Did you take the... You know what? It's fine.
Shotgun?
Yeah, I was thinking the same words. I was like, what would be the equivalent to... Anyway, gets in.
Surprisingly, a
Kinda
better driver than me.
My knees are like to my chest. I mean,
Okay.
I'm scared.
Look, guys, I promise this is actually honestly safe. I do not take people on any kind of technology that I do not deem safe myself. So I promise we'll be fine. Let's use it. It's going to get us to town so much faster.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
Time
here's
is
some
of the
information on the town, and I want to get an idea of how you guys want to do this, because it's going to be a lot of planning here. So as Sherry would tell you, the town, I'll even go through and explain via this fancy thing that I have. Anyway, It is a once prosperous town that was built around a refueling post for Sparrowkeet Air. It is inhabited by a blended group of citizens drawn to the area's prosperity. It's one of the few locations which did quite well for itself during the war. Since the Fire Nation left the Earth Kingdom and the number of dirigibles has dropped significantly, the town and the station have gone belly up. Most inhabitants left to seek fortune elsewhere, and those who stay struggle to keep their community afloat. More enterprising inhabitants have tapped the former Sparrowkeet station for fuel, selling canisters to anyone who passes by with enough money to pay. Despite its rickety appearance, the inhabitants of this ghost town come alive when a big spender rolls through, which might be you guys, because they're going to see you guys in this fancy car, and so that will raise the awareness that there are people with money in town, which might help you. It might not help you. It kind of depends on how you want to interact with, the people that are here. Most who've decided to stay happily remember the days of affluence in the town and cling to the idea that Sparrowkeet Station can once again regain its glory. This is also in a sort of heated competition with the Crimson Ferrets, who are boasting protection from the Sparrowkeet Air bullies while bullying themselves. And Suri has already kind of given you the backstory there of what they, what's been going on. So that is what you guys are going to run into. The other piece of information to note is, because this is Sparrowkeet Station, Sparrowkeet Air is run by the Yuzen family. So Yuzen, Y-U-Z-H-E-N, yes. The Yuzen family runs Sparrowkeet Air, and Yuzen Senior is on the headquarters, like almost exclusively. He loves to fly, and so he's on the Sparrowkeet Air headquarters, which is that gigantic dirigible in the sky. But this is one of the bigger office buildings / factories. This is like essentially a small town was built around this thing, right? So this is where Yuzen Jr. is, his son, and he kind of manages the company from here. So he has been known recently, especially because of all the attacks, to have been like he would go out into town to make rounds and like see what's going on in the town, but he lately has not been received well. He's been tomatoes thrown, a lot of ire, a lot of hazing, and he's less and less inclined to actively go out in the town, but he still keeps doing it. Mm-hmm. And there's you don't know why, but he keeps doing it. So there's that as well. There's like a very important figure from Sparrowkeet Air here as well.
And I'll say too, I'll interject that, like, while we're driving into town, I could tell that little bit of story. Like, we could just say that Suri told everyone about by the way, the sun, that's what's going on. So she could have been the one to relay that.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely. You're the only one that knows. So yes, the whole party knows all of this now. So yeah, like there is a small possibility that if you guys wanted to go that route, you might find that there is contention between the two groups, with the Crimson Ferrets and the Sparrowkeet Air. You might be able to find something with that. But this is where you guys get to kind of create how you want to handle the situation, because you know that Yuzen Jr. is here. You know that the people here know about the artifact being stolen, which is why the wanted posters are everywhere, but they don't know who you guys are yet, because that ship has not sailed from boat bottom to here. That's the advantage you guys get for actively escaping. So you could just find some people, make some payment or make some purchases, buy some fuel and get out. Or you could actively go and search for Ume's equipment and get effectively free fuel that way, but that might cost having to run into the Crimson Ferrets leaders and so forth. There may or may not be combat depending on what you guys want to do. I will also let you know, because we've had so much combat already, we could do that again, but I have made one NPC for today's encounters. The rest of the encounters, let's just say you don't necessarily want to do multiple exchanges with them, because I just didn't even bother to give them HP. I want you guys to figure out how to get around to this, but this is one of those this is going to be one of those encounters where it's like Elden Ring, like, yep, that's too high of a level. Come back later.
There's no
Okay,
such
and
thing.
then where is the warehouse kind of within this area?
Where do you want it to be? I'm going to let you guys build this a little bit because I've given you kind of the backstory of how this city is, but how you want to approach this
Exact
is entirely
center
up
of the
to you
city.
guys. If you want it to be stupid and easy, you want it at the dead center of the city, that's fine. I'm giving you that option to do it. But if you want to do something crazy, if you want to sneak into some sewers somewhere or something, or if you want to just go directly to the station to talk to, to Yuzen Jr., what do you guys want to do? How do you want to approach this?
Wondering if we should give Junior a call. Maybe Iman will be able to pull some strings with someone who's also higher up over here.
The Yuzen family. What does House Roos? Where do we stand with House Yuzen?
They know you as the prison people,
Right.
but they don't really have any because they're not criminals, so they don't really have any standing with it. You're completely separate, basically.
Okay.
In terms, so they kind of know who you guys are, but like they're a huge, or I should say, was a huge company.
Okay.
Still are technically, but they're mostly overseas.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to take that approach.
You can go talk to him.
You know if he's very sociable?
I mean, he makes his rounds around the city a lot, and he's still doing it even though people kind of act like they hate him. So I guess that makes him sociable.
Maybe if we show up with a gift?
Hmm.
Or maybe that's too suspicious.
Maybe.
So this is a wanted earthbender named Luke. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, y'all are wanted? What?
What?
No,
No.
No, wrong arm. You just keep saying wrong arm.
we could try to
Clearly
schedule an
shows it's the
appointment.
wrong
We could come to his defense and like trick him into liking us while he's out in a boot. We could wait until he's finished with his excursion so that all this bad and then suddenly friendly face.
I like that idea.
Like that too. You're very clever, Iman.
Thanks. Baku? Any ideas? Any thoughts? Any preferences?
You said that Sparakeet Air was like slowly people were joining the Crimson Ferrets. Like, what is the situation with Sparakeet Air forces here?
The Crimson Ferrets are mostly comprised of former Sparrowkeet Air employees.
And they were fighting Sparakeet Air, so there is like a contingent of Sparakeet Air here somewhere, or
Oh yeah, because their main, like one of their main factories is here. It's still like going, but it's the demand is nothing.
Huh. And
But it is
they're
still a
mostly
company that's still
overseas
there.
at this point.
Most of their work is overseas, yeah. But like for the station itself, yeah, the station is still there. It's still
Right.
working. It's not like the one you went to that was completely destroyed or anything. This is a functioning. The city still kind of relies on this a lot.
this warehouse that Crimson Ferrets, did they like take it from Sparakeet Air, or was it kind of already abandoned? They kind of just
It seemed
moved
to
in?
have never been abandoned before, but all of a sudden they just all showed up there, and that's where the person I helped told me that they'd been storing all their stuff was in that warehouse, but never seemed like it was abandoned.
I wonder if we'd be able to rally Sparrowkeet Air to help us. Because I don't think we can take them just all on our own.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe we could ask, we could feel out and see if Junior, that was a warehouse that was basically stolen out from under him, and if he wants us to help him get it back, maybe then he can provide us with some help.
Potentially get people to like him again.
maybe we ride around, talk to some people, remind them of what this place used to be and how bad the Crimson Ferrets have made it, just feeding off of them. And then maybe we can rally people to do something about it.
Unless using Junior's crooked through and through. And in which case we're walking into kind of a big problem.
We'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Okay. I'm down to try it. So, talk to him first. Try to get some help with essentially raiding the warehouse. Am I tracking here?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucy, thoughts?
We're recognized.
Hmm.
That could be bad for Ume as well. The Crimson Ferrets won't take that lightly. Us attacking their warehouse.
Yeah. But all the more reason to have the backing of using Junior, unless it all goes horribly,
I mean, if we do beat them, your parents' prison isn't far away. Lock them up.
Maybe we'll get it cut. Anyway,
I'm pretty optimistic.
I'm down to try. I'm down to try the approach of wait until he's done being hated by everybody before showing up and kind of friendly facing it. That's how I'm gonna walk up and be like, hey.
I think we have some friendly faces.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So you're just gonna straight walk into the station and just want to talk to him, or what's the plan?
With Suri's kind of helping us kind of navigate a little bit. He goes about, and then comes back. Right on the comeback when he's at his most like, everyone hates me. I would like to interject myself a little bit and kind of introduce myself basically on the steps, if you will. With a little business card. No.
Okay.
I've got my bracelet, and I'll arrange everything so that it's clearly visible. It's a whole ass move. What's it called? It's called the Badge of Authority. Yep. And so I can roll with passion. And attempt that.
Okay. Cool. Fair enough. Okay. So we'll do that, and I'll ask you guys, do you want to have the conversation with Yuzen Jr. before or after the break?
After for me.
After.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way we can just keep on rolling with that momentum.
Yes.
And we'll just go after the break then.
All right. Break now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, chat. We'll be right back. Woo!
Break time.
Return. Hello.
Crazy.
Hello.
So, Suri, you're gonna introduce us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm not nervous. Be fine. It'll be fine.
Lie to us again.
You got this. It's
It's okay to be nervous. Just you can still do it even if you're nervous.
Use your professional voice. Keep your chest out.
My professional voice. This accent with a professional twist. All right, I can do this.
Sound confident.
Just
You're
less
the heir
ums.
to
I've got it.
successful business, which is not wrong. Right? So
Kind of straighten up a little bit, tuck the shirt in.
You are a big, strong, not nervous wall.
6'5" Dorito looking ass.
Oh, sorry. You are a big.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Got like an entire foot on.
Head pat.
Yeah, you are extremely
But-
tall, my guy.
Mm.
It's kind
I'm
of
sitting in the back of the car, my knees on my chest. Let's go. I'm ready.
Do you know how often I would kick him in the shins so we could be at eye level?
What's the, what?
To expedite to get to this conversation, you guys do eventually find him, and it's not hard to find him at all because he is in his own cabbage car T model, and kind of driving around. But it is a little bit more worn down, but it is larger so that it is able to fit him and a couple of his firebending guards with him. And sure enough, just as Shuri explained, the town does not like him. Like they hear the noise of the vehicle and they come out and they're looking for some kind of trader, but they see him and there's all kinds of different vegetables being thrown at this guy. Like it's violent almost in how much they despise him. There's just calling him various names and so forth. And the way that he's handling this is for those of you who are watching closely, which whoever's the closest to him, there's definitely a sadness about him. He is just he's being very brave about it, and trying to like actively wave at the people, and his car eventually stops at one of the carts, and he goes to purchase some things, and even the person there they're not throwing their goods at him while he's purchasing things, but they're just very clearly not interested in having a conversation with him. And he has you don't hear what he's saying, but he does start to say some things to him, and the cart owner begins to warm up a little bit, and eventually they start getting into a little bit of a friendly conversation. And there's like a small, like you see a little tear kind of fall from the guy, and then the money has already been exchanged, like the service has already been produced. He's got the tomatoes and the celery and so forth, but then like more money kind of comes into the shopkeeper's hands, and the man gets back into his car amidst the throwing and the shouting, and heads back towards his station.
Well,
you said you wanted to kind of meet him at like the front of the steps, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's no guards there or anything. Like you'd have to go inside to meet, in the lobby to run into that. So there's no one really stopping you. But he does have two individuals with him as like a security team.
Okay.
As he steps out of the vehicle. So where are you? What's going on?
I figure we'll kind of be like more towards the top of the steps at kind of a safe distance so they're not immediately on guard. And I'm going to be kind of at the front between Amon and Baku. And I'm just going to be like, hey, hi. And it's a big friendly smile, just like, hey, hey, Mr. Yuzen, how you doing, sir?
He sees you, and he gets out as he's seeing you, and he's like a shorter, stout man. But he is a man of the modern age, so he does have his rings and so forth about him. Longer, like, you know what? He looks like Jeff. Sure, why not?
I'm a modern man of the age.
Yeah.
That on my
There you
tombstone.
go. Hey. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, and he sees you, and as you're doing your smile and all that, but he is disillusioned. So he does the eye roll and the sigh, like this again, and just gives like the kind of the order, and then his two bodyguards step out and prepare to like they head towards you in a menacing way, and they're clearly trying to get you off the stairs.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, hey, no. I promise we're not here to like, we're not trying to throw things at you. We actually just want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, we've heard it before. Move along.
I know. But see, the thing is, we found some information about the Crimson Ferrets that I think might be helpful.
That's enough, lady. You just head on out.
Well, if you'll just hear us out, I promise. Like, we don't even have to go inside.
Did you say the Crimson Ferrets?
Yes.
His eyes are locked onto you at this point. Suspicious.
It's like, look, I've been camping out in town all day watching them, and I think I figured out some really important information. I have some friends here who have run into them themselves, and this is my friend right over here, Baku. He's from the Northern Water Tribe, just like me. And then over here I have Amon, and behind me I have a couple more of their friends. But we just want to chat with you about possibly putting an end to all the craziness that's going on.
Okay, so you're gonna plead. Go ahead and roll with harmony.
Okay. So
First
2d6.
roll.
First roll. That is gonna be a 7.
Okay, so on a 7 through 9, they're gonna need something more, but they do hear you, and so he takes a moment and he goes, "Friends, how do I know you're not just like the others, looking to steal from me, looking to harass me and make me look like a fool?"
This feels like a lot of effort just to make you look like a fool, don't you think?
Who are you?
I'm Zakira. I'm here with everyone else. She starts fiddling with a little token she's had, and just kind of.
We've had a run-in with them just last night after they tried burning down a friend of ours' house.
Well, of course, they're everywhere. Not quite as much recently, but
They
yeah.
are indeed, sir, and it is quite interesting to watch how everything has been getting crazier and crazier. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Iman of House Roos, and I put forward the hand with the bracelet, clearly visible, and go to shake his hand.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Specifically, you should be giving an order based on authority, but go ahead and roll with passion anyway.
Okay.
Because I want to see if he recognizes it, basically, or how he
11.
wants to handle this. It's 11.
Oh snap!
Oh, House Roos. I didn't expect someone of your home to be here after what had happened recently.
Yes, well, we are a far-reaching family, to put it frankly. And
Clearly.
things here seem to be getting all sorts of intense. And my family thought it might be in our mutual best interest to be introduced with each other.
So now you're trying to trick him?
He's not lying in a sense where he is his family.
I believe that it would be in my family's best interest.
Yeah.
And I can, to a certain degree, speak for my family.
Okay. So you're not tricking him then?
No. I don't think so. I don't intend to.
Yeah.
If the intent isn't there, then I
Yeah.
guess you're not tricking him.
Okay.
Okay. You've already got your 11 on the badge, so he accepts that. He kind of waves down the guards and says, "Speaking of chaos, perhaps we should go inside to continue this conversation. Please, Iman, was it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Bring your friends inside. There. We can eat and talk."
Excellent.
Elbows Lucy. It's like,
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, so you guys enter the building and quickly make your way to one of the offices upstairs. It's your standard, just picture a standard office that has been built around a refinery, stereotypical Coruscant type of building. Why did I make a Star Wars reference just now?
I
Coruscant?
noticed that.
Yeah.
That's a huge ass building.
How did my brain go there? Anyway.
nerd.
Yeah. So he sits you all down in some comfortable chairs or whatever, and individually introduces himself to you. Is there anything specifically you wanted to say to him individually as he introduces himself? Yes, no.
Just gotta thank him for hearing us out,
Yeah.
like first time, essentially.
We really
We're all-
appreciate it.
You all seem to have come from different lands based on what you're wearing. Well, how are you all together? And why are you here?
I guess our main goal right now is to kind of hope that we can mutually benefit from a scenario.
Go on.
Where were we initially traveling to?
You guys were trying to make your way to the Beifong Metal Bending Academy,
Let's not say that.
like north of Udao.
Let's not say that.
Deliver a rare
Right now.
artifact
Right,
that was
yeah, I mean,
stolen
obviously
from
not.
Sparrow Key.
Yeah.
Obviously not. Yeah.
We're just gonna mention that we're trying to get out of here, and we need fuel to get out of here. We don't need.
We are. Did you want to take that, Jake?
I'm not familiar enough with the map. Where is there somewhere like past this place that we could be feasibly going to?
Harbor Town is directly north, where the prison and so forth is, and there are a couple of options. Let me see if I can find it.
I'll go with
There's the
Wow.
mountains and so forth, as well as obviously Udao, the city itself, and anywhere else I decide to make up.
So, go ahead. Did you want to, Jake?
yeah. We're on our way to Harbor Town. Obviously things with Ivan's house, with the situation there.
Right, that is terrible. What do you have any plans on how to retrieve him?
That is not something I am at liberty to discuss.
Oh, right, of course. My apologies. If there's any way I can be of some assistance, please let me know. That is a very dangerous criminal.
Thank you. But we, on our way there, we ran out of fuel. So we needed to,
For your cabbage car?
yes. And,
Oh, well, there's plenty of fuel for that. I can give you some if you'd like.
oh, that would be great. But how the Crimson Ferris got involved is our friend who was with us, they attacked her home. So
Oh,
because
My
of,
mentor,
of
Ume.
course, the protection money that they charge outrageously.
Ume.
A
What is-
tall, usually covered in oil and a little bit of rust.
Oh, right. Well,
Very happy.
That's a silly one. I know her mother. I don't really know her all that well, but her mother. They live in the treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is her mom here?
No, she's in the Southern Reconstruction Project right now, working in the Southern Water Tribe.
I came to study under her, but since she went off to the Southern Water Tribe, I have now been studying under her daughter Ume, and we've been together mostly. But she went off on her own journey, and while she was gone, the Crimson Ferrets issued their notice that they were going to attack our treehouse, and I took that opportunity to scope out the town and do some digging while they were occupied.
I take it they did attack. They kept their word.
Yes, and
They
they
tried.
stole a lot of things. Well, before they attacked and were thwarted, they had stolen a lot of things from us.
Well, what is your plans now?
I get it back.
We have some interesting intel
Oh?
about a nearby warehouse where the leader, Suri?
Mm-hmm. We think that the leader is in this house and that he's stolen and hoarded all of the goods there.
And that warehouse is under the Sparrowkeet name.
He kind of leans back and then points at behind him at a wall where there's a large map of the city, and at various locations is like there's the warehouses and all of the relevant information on a map. Can you point out which one it is? You can.
I can't. Okay, I'm trying to read what you
Yeah.
sent me.
You do know where it is, yes.
Okay, so Suri does point to the one. This is the one I helped us. There was a scuffle this morning, and I healed up one of the Crimson Ferrets because I did not really wish to see him die in the street. And in return for healing him, he told me this information. And he said it was in this warehouse over here.
He places like his hand like towards you and just looks at you with a huge amount of compassion. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. I would not want someone to die in my streets.
I want to make an insight check, but I can't.
And Suri just goes, of course, I couldn't just let it happen, no matter what he has done or what faction he belongs to.
Of course. We're all in this together on this planet after all. So I still do not understand how we can help each other.
Do you have any intel on this warehouse? What it has Sparrow Keat in its name. Was it taken from you recently? Have you noticed activity?
I vaguely recall a report of that one being lost a couple weeks ago. This is not the first and only that we have lost.
Frankly, my oops, sorry. Frankly, Yuzen Jr. My family has got some experience with raids. And if one of your warehouses has come under illegal occupation, I think it is quite possible that we might be able to call upon your resources with the various guards of the area and organize the return of our Ume's goods and put a serious dent in the criminal organization that is going throughout your good city. We can't have that. That's not good for you.
Well, not only Ume's goods, but the goods of all the other people they've been scamming.
Which would get you in the good graces of the people, possibly.
PR. Good PR.
How would you plan to do this? What is this raid? Will you be harming them?
Doing our best to not.
There are scenarios where it might not have to come to that.
But we will drive them out.
It's organized crime.
In best case scenario, we're able to have them shipped off to the prison at the place that I can't remember the name of. What's the place called?
Harbortown.
Harbortown.
Give a hard but sympathetic smile.
No, please don't do that.
Why?
Look, he kind of like looks around, make sure the door is closed. I feel like you are wanting to help, so I will tell you. As you may have surmised, the Crimson Ferrets are devised of mostly Sparrowkeet employees that I had to let go. They are not in jail because I am the one organizing them. I'm not a leader per se of the Crimson Ferrets, but I have ordered my men to not harm them in any way in combat, and it appears they have worked out their own decisions to do the same until recently. I've made sure that these people get paid in the best ways possible, if that includes raiding various shopkeepers and village or passerbys. I make sure that they do it safely so that no one gets hurt, and they get paid so that they can still feed their families. And then I go out about the town and try and work the money back into the system. It has been a hard process, but it keeps them all out of jail and their families fed.
Until recently, when the fighting started getting more brutal, I'm to understand. Yuzen Jr.
I don't understand what happened. My contact within the Crimson Ferrets has failed, and they have some kind of new leadership, and somehow it has convinced them to ignore my pleas. And things may have to become violent on our end soon. I may have to bring the headquarters back to take care of this. It is supposed to arrive in the next day or so anyway. I don't understand what's keeping them. They should have been here by now, but I don't know.
That's what happens when you work with criminals, huh?
Well, they're forced to become criminals. It was either that or jail.
And now they are hurting people in the streets.
Well, they seem to be doing that now, yes. There seems to be less of them for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe their loyalties were still to you and the cause, and the ones who didn't hold that standard.
Please help me on whether or not I should be doing this, because I'm still trying to get a hold of the game. Can I assess a situation to kind of discern why this dude is allowing his city to spiral under organized crime? Like, I understand that he's somewhat tied to and in on it, but he clearly doesn't want that, and things have changed.
You don't have to roll for it, but
Okay.
you can surmise that, like, for what he's telling you is that he helped the people that he let go continue to find ways to take care of their families by effectively, like, helping them in their gangmanship within the Crimson Ferrets. And by that I mean he sort of acknowledged the protective services. He sort of, like, instigated that in just simply in order to make easy money for them, but then he also takes the money that he's been hemorrhaging, and he then passes more of that back out to the people that were,
Like we saw at the vendor,
being used with protection money, right? So and that's why he's allowing it to continue, because if he had a better way, he probably would have done it, but he is stuck.
Right. It's not, and it's not like something that he can stick to in long term. This isn't going to work out. This is going to blow up all in his face.
He's hemorrhaging money.
Yeah. And dad's coming is what I'm hearing, is that using himself
more than
his...
the situation. If you guys were to leave it, the situation will more than likely resolve itself, because the headquarters will return with the whole army, like with the whole, like, all the bodyguards, and they will, because they've heard about what's been happening now, that change in decision making, and so they're going to be taking care of that. But it will be more than likely be more bloody than they would have liked.
How can we go about taking care of this before it all comes to bloodshed?
We need to find out who the leader is and schedule a new meeting to update this contract.
I would very much like to know why their ideals have changed.
Do you think
there's a way to talk to this new leader
with a conversation with him?
Oh, no. He's been here for a few weeks now, 3-4 weeks. And as you saw, like, we all know technically where he is, and yet still no one knows who he is, which really just tells me he doesn't leave people to go.
Can you get us a conversation with him?
Me? Oh, no, that is not my alley at all. My guards are tired.
If we were able to avoid hurting the members of the Crimson Ferrets, if you knew of course, if you knew of any way to get into that warehouse so we could hopefully only have to confront him and maybe a small number of Crimson Ferrets versus how many we might encounter outside, that could mitigate the damages done to people, but then also we could get straight to him, since he's the one that's instigating this into full-on war.
I believe that there are a series of tunnels underneath the city that go from warehouse to warehouse that the forklifts use to deliver our goods quickly from place to place. So yes, you could use that if your intention is to get into the warehouse.
Yeah. Some kind of secret tunnel?
Something along those lines, yes.
That reminds me of an old song. Anyway. All right. Well, because all we want is to get our things back and to take. If anyone's going to go to jail, it doesn't have to be these men that you're trying to support, but at least this one needs to step down from power, needs to be taken out from power.
Does this leader know that the army is coming? Do you think?
Well, we're not exactly an army per se, but it's just, strength in numbers and all that. I don't know. I do not know their intel.
Okay, I have an idea. I got a couple ideas. Can we get a map of these tunnels? These secret tunnels?
And he
Through the
walks-
mountains.
he gets up, and like the map itself, he just kind of pulls on it, and it just opens up, or I'm sorry, closes up, and right behind it is the exact same map, but like with the underground stuff kind of mapped out.
I take it.
No, it's on it's like strapped to the wall basically.
Okay.
And it is a large
had a
map.
way.
I won't just rip it off.
Please don't.
Tax evasion. All right. Well. Scribble, 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 scribble.
I feel like Ume would make some kind of contraption to use light and mirrors to make a replica of this in a smaller form instantly. Like a smaller image, but
I don't know, sir. You think you could do that?
You're crazy.
I
All
could
right,
try.
that's a dumb idea.
No, you're right. It's stupid.
Oh my gosh.
I'm liking this idea. I'm gonna just take.
She's whipping out the toolkit. She's like,
There's a light, you say?
He has been learning things from her master.
No,
She's over in the corner
Alright, well-
tinkering. Now she's on a mission.
Don't leave town. I've always wanted to say that.
Of course you did.
Wait, I still don't understand how I am going to be gaining in this situation by letting you use my company's equipment and tunnels.
Well, if we get everything settled
It's
and get the contract back to where it should be.
I'm sorry, but I sincerely doubt a couple of children are going to be able to handle this situation well. You might be able to sneak in and get your own equipment for sure, but that doesn't help me at all.
Can we attempt a guide and comfort because it seems like he's based in moral grounding. He's concerned about the people, and we're his chance to potentially divert a really bad not bloodshed, but really bad physical brutality and all that and all sorts of craziness going on.
I will offer you guys one more plead.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
You guys can collectively choose who wants to do that. Whoever has the highest harmony, I'm assuming.
I have one harmony.
Not me.
I also have one.
That is my dump stat right now.
I do kind of have a semi-argument
I
that
also
I
have
can
a
make.
1.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How about Zakira roll? What do you got, Baku?
To
What's your
roll?
what's your semi argument while Zakira's rolling?
Look, if obviously you can't go in because they'll kill you, but you're also the only one holding this place together. If we go in and try and it works out, you get all of the credit because you sent us in. And if it doesn't, then it's no skin off your back.
I am not sending children to their deaths.
We're more able
We're
than
also.
you think.
How many did we have to face last night? How many did they send to that treehouse?
I believe that was about 14 people.
God,
Sakira, what'd you get?
how many was it?
I got a freaking 12.
Let's go.
I was trying so hard not to freak out. It didn't
Okay.
work, but it's fine.
So the conversation doesn't seem to be going overly well, right? But he's still like, he's focused on Baku and Ayman as they're talking, but he keeps looking over at the others to kind of gauge, because he's a businessman. He reads the room and he pays close attention to what everyone's doing. And Zakira for a while has been fiddling with, as she stated earlier, fiddling with a trinket of some kind. Is that what you said? And suddenly he focuses on it. Excuse me, what is your name?
Zakira?
What do you have in your hand? It looks familiar.
I'm not really sure. I've just kind of had it ever since I was little. It's just something my parents gave me. If you want
May
to.
I see it? And go ahead and describe it.
It is a token. It is.
It's a pie show tile.
Yeah, it's a pie show tile.
Mhm.
It has a lotus symbol on it, or the.
There's a lotus on the one side, and then on the other side, it has the Sparrowkeet air symbol on it.
Is it a white lotus?
Is it a white
Um,
lotus?
So Yuzen sees this, and his eyes, like, he kind of goes back. And just like delicately like goes to like take it from you. Do you let him?
I
He's
kind
not
of
being creepy about it. He's being
Yeah.
like, almost scared about it.
Yeah, just
Okay. And so he just kind of looks at it and goes, "Where did you say you got this?"
I've had it ever since I was little. My parents just said that it was mine.
Don't leave. And then he'll get up from the table quickly and he'll start to like make his way out of the room. The doors essentially fly open as he kind of like hustles. You've never seen this. I mean, barely seen this man move at all, but he is like booking it as he leaves.
Zucchini, is that your secret dad?
Yeah, what'd you do?
How worried should we be right now?
I'm scared.
No.
I'm gonna go to the
Is he
door.
gonna kill us?
I'm gonna
He's
go
gonna
up to
kill
the
us.
door where he left and just.
Yeah, he has gone like down a hallway to the right to some other office.
I'll just
and
post it
so
up there,
forth.
keeping watch.
Is this a good time to tell y'all I'm not a bender?
What?
So if anything happens,
This is actually a good time to
protect
tell us that.
me.
Yeah, right.
This is the phenomenal time.
So what do you
We
do?
got you.
I make technology. I study under Ume.
Cool.
So if I came at
you,
you,
out of that.
you'd hit me with technology.
I'd hit you with my martial arts skills.
Okay,
And then I'd
well,
try
there we
to use
go. That's what I
technology-
wanted. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know.
great. Awesome.
I'm trained. I'm trained in how to defend myself, but
Yeah, good.
also.
Rubik's Cube, go!
Ah, yes. We haven't had a fight in a minute. All right, let's make it. Anyway,
Defended maneuvers.
yeah, nothing more than a minute or two passes, and he comes just like storming back,
Here he comes.
just huffing and puffing because he is not used to this much exercise.
Get out of the way.
He says, "Oh, okay. The waiting room is available. I need all of you out except for you," pointing at Zakira.
Puff.
That's not gonna
Are
happen.
you?
This
Are you
is not a
comfortable?
negotiation. And there are several more guards at the door now.
Zucchini?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Secure, give us the okay.
Oh no, you will not be harmed, but we need to have a conversation alone.
Oh. Okay.
Are you okay with this, Akira?
Ayman and Lucy have to stay at the doors. They don't have to come in.
Very well.
She follows him.
Fair enough. We'll exit the room. The doors close, and you guys are stationed by the doors, but the Sparrowkeet air cards are also
Earthbending
like
bodyguard.
in the front of it, trying their best.
Staring
to,
each
like-
other down.
We're doing the thing where we push up our muscles
Sorry.
with our arms.
My arms are like this.
Loom.
And then I would say that like myself and I'm assuming Baku are not that like we're if we have to stay in the room, that we're just kind of like leaning our heads out the door.
Yeah, we're just like, just the old, like.
The stacked on top of each other thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of looking at Lucy and kind of looking back at the guards.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fair enough.
I eat people like you for breakfast.
Well, as we walked out, I want to be like, let her try. You better be okay.
Yes.
Let her try.
Just
North.
look at one of the guards. How's the pay here?
It's alright.
He blisters a little bit at the mention of pay.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
None of your business.
Dental? No? All right.
Don't do
Why?
that.
Just all right.
Y'all hiring?
Yeah.
The why is not as malicious as the other questions. It's quieter and more of like, go on.
Well, we'll talk later. Here's my card. I don't know.
Have a card?
Here's the card after all.
No, he made a card out of sand.
that's
It's
sorry.
just
Yeah,
It's just a
rock
little
bend
thin piece of like
into some
slate that he's
shale,
like
yeah.
stamped the earthbending thing in.
All right. So the door does close, and he composes himself for a minute and turns around and just looks at you for a brief period of time, and just tell me exactly how you found this.
I didn't. My parents said I had it when they got me. It's just something that I've had.
Your parents got you.
Yeah, I'm actually from Fire Nation, but I guess my parents couldn't take care of me, I'm guessing. And I was adopted by an earthbending family.
Suppose it's not impossible.
Yeah, I
He
can't really
goes-
earthbend or anything.
He makes his way to the table. What? I need proof. You're not an earthbender.
Okay. She just makes a little fire. I couldn't earthbend if I tried.
I wasn't sure if it was true, but I suppose it is now.
That's true.
And he holds up the Pai Sho Chao towards you, and you take note closer of the fact that you are both dark brown hair, hazel eyes, etc. And he goes, "This belonged to my mother. She lost it not a month or two before she died. Or at least that's what my father said."
Our mom died. I have another. But I've had this since I was a baby. What do you mean she died right after me?
I didn't know you well. And I was told that you were lost at childbirth.
My family didn't tell me anything else. Just
No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have known. I don't know what mother told your parents, but it is clear to me that she gave you this as a safety precaution so that you can find your way back here. You are part of the Yuzen family.
Oh. Should we hug?
He kind of chuckles at that a little, but he does go in for the hug. And there's some moments, there's some weeping and so forth. But yeah, hey, congratulations. You've now discovered your long lost family.
Holy crap!
Let's go.
Oh, this is Dad.
He's Junior.
He's Junior. He talks in the way that he talks, but he's still like in his early 20s.
Yeah.
So
I had zero scope of how old this dude was when we met him, so I was just like,
Yeah,
picturing
right, I
old
thought it was-
dude.
Older.
I should have mentioned, yeah, but yeah, he's in his early
Said he
20s.
looks like Iman. I mean, Jeff. So-
In his early 20s, yeah. At any rate, and
I'll take that.
after several minutes of that, 10-15 minutes or whatever, and catching up, yeah, you do learn that after the mother had passed, the family had hardened up significantly with like their feelings and so forth, and then of course the war ending had caused a large amount of problems for Sparrowkeet Air, because they are hemorrhaging money left and right because no one really wants war dirigibles anymore. And their rival company, Cabbage Corps, has decided to kind of step in and is developing all of this real cheap, fancy industry cars and other transportation for them to go about. So dirigibles are kind of getting out. So I'm doing my best to help these people as much as I can, but our best hope had happened recently when we discovered an Air Nomad artifact. One of our architects had discovered it, and she, instead of returning it to us, disappeared into the wind. And we do not know where she is, but had we had that, we might have been able to, I don't know, researched it, devised new different methods of transportation. We could have, but more importantly, sold it. We had a very high bidder, and we could have helped the company get back on its feet and help all of these people. Every one of them could be saved, all of their families.
That sounds like a real pickle.
I had hoped that coming from where you came from, maybe you would know something about it, but that was too much of a reach, honestly.
I could ask my friends if they know. They've done a little more traveling than me.
Yes, they seem like a traveled group. Yes, maybe they... Do you think they would want to help?
Wait right here. Don't move. And she runs out the door. Just close
The
it.
door flings open and I
Just close up. Just like,
You were
guys.
like right in front of, or you open the doors and there's guards, like their backs are to you. And then they see you and kind of shift.
Lowe's is behind me. Iman?
Hmm.
Lucy? We need to have a conversation immediately.
Here too.
We're still in the room, peeking our head
Okay,
out.
good.
My neck's getting tired, but
Okay.
she's
I
out.
walk over to Suri and Baku and just like, emergency family huddle right now.
Hey, where you going?
We're just huddling and talking. I need to ask them things.
The doors open back up, and Yusen, just completely not taking your advice, comes out. Oh, yes, I need to talk with all of you immediately. Zakira has given me such a good idea. Please come inside so we can talk.
we're gonna huddle up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? No, this is very important. Please.
We
come
do
inside.
huddles before important decisions.
I'll make this
This is-
very brief.
Quick huddle. Quick.
First favor for your little sister. Come on.
Little
Lead.
sister,
Little
what?
what?
Lead with
yo.
harmony.
Oh, what, huh?
Lead with harmony. As he is willing to listen to his little sister, just
8.
might take some doing. What's it?
8.
An 8?
Oh, plus 1, 9.
I help for 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I help with my?
You help. Okay, one of you take a fatigue then. Very well. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Of course. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this. Having a sister. That's okay. Yeah. Please, guard. Just go about your duties, please. They're fine. They kind of scatter off, and he goes back to the side of the meeting room.
Oh, I've never been part of a huddle before. Okay.
Yeah. Surprise,
Sister?
surprise. It turns out they're family. The firebending ones. Hopefully that'll help.
That's
somehow.
awesome.
Also, he was gonna use the air artifact to help these people, and I don't know if I should say anything or not.
No.
That's why I wanted to huddle and not say anything.
Figure it out right now, yeah.
What?
Oh,
right.
wait. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Quick monologue recap.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she has it, and I didn't realize that she ran from him with it. So now I don't know what we should do, and I really need your guys' advice right now.
I have to stoop real low.
Oh yeah, I'm up here now because you're shooting.
Playing dumb on the artifact.
Hmm?
We're playing dumb on the artifact. Talk.
Okay. So we just double down on our plan to help him otherwise?
Yeah,
Let's see why
Yeah.
not.
and get us some dirigible fuel.
That too. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, he's suspicious if he knows we have a dirigible.
Ah.
What's he gonna do? Rat out his sister?
I don't know if we're that
Yes.
close yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why I said that we had a cabbage car incident.
Let's not push it, huh?
Dude, does dirigible fuel work on cabbage cars?
Well,
No.
you'll get your full fuel from the
Let's
warehouse.
just go to the warehouse and get what we need
Oh,
to,
yeah,
to get back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's go to the
We
warehouse.
don't need, yeah.
I just imagine us like over like.
My arms are getting tired.
Sorry, I just really wanted to get into
It's
it.
glorious. Dell's clip that for me.
That was great.
It's not going to be an official episode unless we huddle at least once an
At
episode.
least
Once.
once.
Huddle
Every
awesome.
episode now.
I'll make a command for it.
That would be a great command.
So, double down on helping him. Probably good to not mention that we definitely have the artifact. Maybe send him in a different direction. Maybe that we heard about it. I told him I didn't know anything, so one of you guys would say you heard something. And kind of send him in a different direction to not chase her. Or someone was going to buy it and they were going to use the money to help the business. And then
It might just be
Everybody-
best for us all to play dumb, because if
Maybe
one of
also
us has
find
some
out who was-
information, we're going to be grilled here forever about it.
Yes.
But also
We don't know
find
anything.
out who was trying to buy it. That might be useful.
yeah.
Let's also use our disposition as children
Hmm.
to not know anything.
Okay.
A child. No.
We're also
A child.
trying to convince him to let us go into this warehouse, and we're children, so like
You got this.
we can only play one side here.
It's true.
We're dumb, but we're brave.
All right.
Skilled.
Go team on
That's our.
3. What? One. I don't know. 3. Break.
Hey, bro.
That's super weird. Just call me Yuzen, please, or Yuzen Junior.
Okay, Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
So,
What's up, Junior?
Not like that.
Just gotta meet Doug.
so
Who's Doug?
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I don't. It's a friend of Lucie's, I guess.
A friend. No.
But they don't
Over an
really.
acquaintance, it's fine. Yeah.
They didn't really have any information on whereabouts or.
Are you sure? It could save countless lives. Like I would be able to bring the dirigible factory would be reconstructed into something else. We would be able to make plans. We'd be able to keep all of these families in their own homes.
I know. That would be super helpful.
I wish I knew. My family's taken a personal interest in learning about air artifacts. If they'd known about it, I'm sure they would have told me while I was out and about.
Why don't you exchange information so that you can contact your family and maybe...
I make a little card for him.
I mean,
And I hand it to Baku to hand over.
It's just a rectangle of mud for some reason.
it's just like I just bend the water out of it and solidify it.
There you go.
I'm in, which is a little sweaty. It's fine.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. If traveled guests like yourself don't know where she is, then she must be long gone.
Who is she? You didn't really specify.
The architect. Did you not see all of the posters listed everywhere in all of the towns?
I don't really look at wanted posters.
I keep my nose down. It's firebending, earthbender thing. It's kind
I
of.
saw the pictures. I just didn't stop to read them.
Was it
Huh.
Kiamquat?
Kumquat?
Keanu Reeves?
He's immortal, you know.
Well, no, but if you do find her, please let me know. I will reward you most handsomely with whatever it is I have. We still have plenty saved, but it's going quickly, you know.
Speaking of, who was gonna buy it?
Oh, I didn't make all of those deals myself. That is done with someone else. But the amount was I've never seen that many zeros.
Someone who could have that much money. Can't be that many people in the world, right?
That's very true. It used to be us. And it's not like the Avatar would be able to afford that kind of money. He's not exactly the capitalist type, is he?
Definitely not. Very cool robes, though.
I don't think
I
his
admire that
acolytes would have
shaved
that
head
either.
look he's got going on. It looks real good on him. Looks clean.
It's like a nerd.
Have you met him before?
No, I
Oh,
just saying.
wish.
Stories and pictures.
Oh,
Imagine meeting the most powerful bender.
No.
I could take him.
Bro.
I'll bet
Well,
against
you know,
that.
hey, who knows?
now I
You know-
understand why you think you can go into the warehouse and solve this problem for me.
I think you should trust us to go in.
I think that I'm not going to let my little sister go anywhere near that place.
Do you see what I did to those? We did. Definitely wasn't just me.
I'm
Do
sorry?
you see how we handled ourselves? Walking your streets, no one has hurt us.
No, I really didn't see anyone or what you have done or accomplished.
Well, yeah, we're
I literally just met you at the foot of my stairs.
true.
The four of us alone held off an attack against Yume's treehouse.
Oh, against what
Against the
remained
Crimson
of
Raiders.
the Crimson Raiders.
And whoever, it wasn't their leader, but it was someone higher up, like directly under the leader, who
Okay.
monologued a lot.
Yeah.
What do they look like?
Picture I'm in smaller.
Here.
That does not help.
Probably
I
like
know I know some of the hierarchy of their gang, but I will be honest, I don't know too many of them.
He seemed new because he was also of the mind of taking whatever at any cost.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
did not hold to the rules that were set before of
Well, then I certainly would not know him then.
All right.
Although I will caution that train of thought, because there were many in the group for many months that have turned after the leader showed up. Their points of view have changed.
Moral compass isn't due north, huh?
I scoff.
Well, if you don't want to send us, we're open to suggestions of what are your ideas?
I was going to wait for the headquarters to arrive tomorrow. If you're all welcome to stay here comfortably and wait for it and get your things after we handle the situation there.
That's Dad.
It seems like the most honest. Yes, father's on the ship. So that's the safest and easiest way, right? You can just wait here and you can meet
Unfortunately, our
father
stay
and-
here is time sensitive.
And that would also bring in a fair amount of strife and potential bloodshed. Do you think that it's possible there might be another way around it?
Like going into the tunnels?
Secret tunnels.
I just want to talk to him.
Worst case scenario, we come back with some bumps and bruises. Best case scenario, things get settled, and you can help your people.
Still not fully convinced sending you in alone will be.
Then help us.
You can spare a couple of your guards if you'd like, but
But I can wait until tomorrow and you can go with them and try and do your diplomacy before things get messy.
Okay. That's a fun idea.
do you think we can wait another day, guys?
I would also remind the players that the Sparrowkeet Air headquarters is the headquarters that knows who you are.
Yes, that's why I'm like
Okay.
wary.
That's like, there's a reason why we shouldn't, right?
Yes, yeah.
I just
We
forgot.
could do like,
Yeah.
tell you what, we're gonna see you tomorrow. You know, I've got
We
the
have-
notes of the tunnels attempted. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
we have
Sam.
seen the map.
Yes.
Well,
Maybe this is the most we can get from this guy, and we should.
You're getting the idea that like his drive is very much to help the town and these people, and he's tried everything except selling that artifact. So if you're not willing to give him the artifact, he's more than likely not going to budge.
Okay.
well, then I
Well,
guess
we
our only
definitely
choice is
know-
to wait for tomorrow then.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying the whole time.
Maybe stubbornness
Oh,
runs in the family.
Your friends, Akira, these guys.
No.
We should head back to Yumi's and help her rebuild.
Is there a
Yeah.
place we can stay?
Oh yeah. Well, you can stay here. I'm sure there's some barracks around that you can stay in. But if you're heading back to the treehouse, I would like to help in some regard with that. I might have some equipment that she could use to help repair her.
You did mention that you
treehouse.
were trying to seed some of the financial deficit back into the surrounding community. Maybe we could bring some of that back to her for you.
Yeah, of course. That is an excellent idea, Ivan. Thank you very much for doing that. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
You're all just kind of a weird band traveling together by car.
Youths
Road
these
trip.
days.
Kind of just.
I didn't really
That's how you
have
get
much
all
of
the
a
great
childhood,
stops and
so-
views, you know.
Yeah, my childhood was a little weird.
Have you not been stopped by the Crimson Ferrets or some of the more zestful guards along the roads? I
Nope.
understand that it's difficult to travel by boat or by car nowadays.
Nope, been super
I'm
easy.
quite
Have a
surprised.
fantastic rest
Not
of your
since we
day.
thrashed fucking niggas last night.
Haven't had a single problem. Have a good one. It's getting late.
I'm getting tired. me. This one, we should
Oh.
go. Let's
A
go.
cheeky guard here and there, but nothing for you to worry about.
If you say so. Okay. Sure.
Nothing we can't handle.
You guys are trying to like kind of meander your way out, kind of a situation.
I give him a massively overly tight hug. Just
And as she distracts him with that hug, we all
you guys
make our
hop
way
out
to the door so she can just.
Thank
You have an interesting group of friends, Akira. May I caution you?
Yeah.
I'm very good at reading people. It is my job to do so, and not a lot of them weren't being honest with me. And if it weren't for you, I probably would have questioned it, but I just want to caution you that they're not the nicest of people.
I promise you I can speak on their niceties very well.
Well, if they were, they wouldn't have lied to me. I'm only trying to help.
I know you are. But whatever their reasonings, I'm sure it's not to be malicious or deceitful.
You're not lying to me either, right, Sakura?
In this moment, I am not. I can tell you right now, they're great people, and they're doing their best with the cards that they were dealt in life.
Everyone in this town has the same problem, and I am doing everything I can to help them. And I will do everything that I can to help them. Please understand that.
I know.
And there's a hint of like warning there.
I know. And I'm gonna do what I can for my friends and the family who's been there.
He gives you back the pie show tile. This belongs to you. If you run into any problems with the Sparrowkeet Air Guardsmen, please show that to them. I will begin to spread the word about, well, secretly anyway, to the higher-ups, so that if you have any problems, then that will get you past it.
Thank you, brother.
Nice.
I appreciate you.
I will continue to give to you because you are my kin. I do hope that you repay as much as you can this kindness.
I promise you, I will do what I can. I will figure something out and I will help. I'm not sure how, but I promise you I will.
He hangs his head a little bit and then accepts it. Okay. Safe travels back to your treehouse.
Sleep tight, big bro. She turns and walks out.
Shotgun.
Cool.
Shotgun. Shotgun.
Anything else you guys want to do in town before you head back?
Do we need
Again,
supplies,
this is-
food-wise?
Food-wise, no. You've only been, gone a couple a day or two, but you could do the thing where you're getting, Ume supplies back, but like if you want to just get fuel and leave, it would cost you resources, but you can just buy it. You just rebuy the fuel because it's here. This is a district.
Totally
You have
gonna
that option.
go to the warehouse, right? He's definitely not gonna pull the trigger on us.
Nah, he's...
And we don't have time. If we stay here,
I know.
we could
We
get
need-
caught.
Need to be dirigible us out before they pull in.
Yeah. He also doesn't trust us.
So we can't wait till tomorrow?
Nope.
No.
I don't think they're gonna get the memo to not hurt us. by
Hurt y'all?
tomorrow.
Suri doesn't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of a way to say it.
Well, we'll explain it later.
We'll explain in the car.
Okay.
We all hop in the car.
All right.
He's your
Feel
brother,
free
but-
to
Well-
explain it. Go ahead.
your dad.
Well, where is this warehouse and where's the secret tunnel going to it? Because that's where we're going, right? We're not actually going back. We're going to. the
Iman,
tunnel.
did you scribble that down?
Yep.
Is that what you're doing?
Gotta.
You're heading to the secret tunnel
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
that he has not provided you access to
Oh.
officially. Because the plan was for you guys to meet tomorrow, and
What a bunch of rambunctious teens.
I mean, you guys can still do that if you want. It'll just be a little tricky.
Okay, so maybe like as we're piling into the car, we're having this discussion of
Yeah.
like, all right, so we're going back to the treehouse.
What were we
or-
supposed to do? What
now-
were we supposed?
For now, let's head to the treehouse.
Tell us the right way, George.
For now,
I
let's
have
head to the
created a
treehouse.
labyrinth, a web. It's more of a web than it is anything else.
I think we should talk to Keon.
While we're driving back to the treehouse.
Talk to who?
Keanu.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, right.
Well, consider this: if we were to simply tell these criminals that there was the army coming, they'd just leave, right?
No.
Or just prepare.
It's an army.
Crimson Ferrets.
He said it. He said it wasn't like a full army.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just
Plus,
numbers.
if they don't know they're coming, like they would lose the element of surprise and possibly thwart them.
I'm just saying it would be a bartering coin. If we could sit down and talk to this guy and be like, hey, we tell you this, we give you this information, maybe just give us back all of this treehouse stuff. And then we can
mean-
get out of here.
After the conversation we had with the other guy
Yeah,
last night, do you really think that's going to go over well?
probably not.
We don't have anything more to bargain than we had last night.
And also, we're walking bargaining chips. Just turn us in.
That's true. I got nothing.
I think we need to figure out that air nomad artifact. I want to see what else we can do.
Let's get back to the dirigible. It's gonna be a long night.
I'm over here like, wait, y'all got a dirigible?
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
You want
Huh?
to see a
So long-
dirigible?
we have a
Sure.
dirigible. We have
Absolutely.
a friend named Doug, and a friend named Flutterbat, and a
Princess?
friend named
Princess.
Keanu Reeves.
Princess Flutterbat.
that's an
Keanu.
interesting kind of characters. Okay, sure. Like, I would love to see a dirigible up close. Like, that technology is so cool. Let's get in there. I won't break anything, I promise.
You and Ume can give you a tour.
Perfect.
So we scoop up Ume back at the treehouse, and then we over to the dirigible.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. So, do you want to just what's the plan? Are you resting for the night? You're asking Keanu Reeves for help. What do you want to do?
I kind of want to talk to Keanu.
Okay. She's feeling a little better now. She's had
Yeah.
a couple hours to rest.
I'm gonna rest up a little bit with what if I'm able to get anything out of it. That's fine. If not, that's fine too.
Mhm.
I'm
No official rests for you guys yet.
Hey, Keon.
You're back with things apparently,
Yeah, just a little bit.
and a new person. Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Suri? Keon?
Hi.
Keon. Suri.
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
She's studying under Ume, so she knows a lot of cool things about technology too.
Oh, that's nice.
So you also are a technologist?
Oh no, I'm a bender.
Oh.
Metal bender.
Oh. See, but we can still work hand in hand that way though. He's a bit of a
Imagine
shy one.
blushes and kind of yeah.
She holds her own. We ran into Junior. I'm forgetting his actual name.
You said.
You said thinking. We ran into Yusen Junior.
Oh. Yeah, he was the friendlier one of the two. Are you okay? Did you get caught?
No, we went to him in a friendly, olive branch type
Wait,
manner.
you chose, after being chased by Sparrowkeet Air, to go to to their station and talk to the person in charge.
Yes. We were hoping a more diplomatic approach would help us get dirigible fuel, and we could possibly help Ume and try to help as many people as possible with one stone.
What kind of diplomacy? She starts to edge back a little bit.
We didn't say anything involving you.
We wanted to see if they were in a position to help us root out the Crimson Ferrets.
So you didn't give away the artifact.
No, they don't know you're here, or the artifact is here.
Must be returned to the Avatar. You understand that, right?
Yeah, we get it.
Well, I didn't say anything.
He's the only one that knows what it belongs to him.
I know. And that's why it was really hard.
That's an interesting
tell
court
him.
case. A past life's possession. It should belong to me. Objection.
Objection!
It is his culture, and so it is his and his alone to do what he wishes with it.
I know. It's really hard to tell him that we didn't know where it was.
Would Avatar Aang rather see the betterment of a town, or would he rather have the artifact for
What do you
himself?
mean? How could a pan flute help the betterment of a town?
The
That
money
makes
that it
sense.
would provide
He
would
was gonna
help
sell
everyone in this town, which was his goal.
You honestly believe Sparrowkeet Air, a Fire Nation company, would spend that money on an Earth Kingdom town?
Can't lot all Fire Nation people to one fold.
It's a little bit judgmental.
Well, you're all
I mean,
little
look-
young. You haven't
Look
really
what
been
everything
around
that
for the
Avatar Aang
war.
and Fire Lord Zuko are doing.
Right, well, again, you're all a bit young. I lived during the war. I understand it a little bit better than you. Just getting a little snobby.
How did you feel when you hired me?
I thought you had compassion inside of you. And so I just thought that maybe, I don't know,
So why don't you feel that that compassion can be extended to others?
compassion can be exploited as well.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little exploited right now.
Well, I'm sorry about that. But I did what I had to do.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of us have to do what we have to do. She just turns and goes to the kitchen. She doesn't want to
Just
talk.
be aware that
Alright.
your actions have increased the suffering of this place.
What did
Right
I
or
do?
wrong, regardless of whether it was right or wrong, withholding that artifact increased the suffering of this town.
Oh, that was never my intention.
Never is.
Look at the bigger picture, I guess.
But what we know, we're just kids.
What? Why am I to blame for this when it was the Sparrowkeet Air that left them, that shut down?
They shut down because the war is over and no one buys dirigibles anymore.
Right. So how could I have? What my actions have nothing to do with that.
So when they find an artifact that can possibly help with the financial struggles of paying their employees, and you steal it and deprive all of those workers, the Crimson Ferrets are old Sparrowkeet workers who have gone hungry and are now doing what they can to provide for their families. You may have had good intentions, and that's great, but in the bigger picture, I just have a hard time seeing from the stories I've heard of Avatar Aang and his friends, I don't think they would place the value of one artifact over an entire town.
Do you really think Sparrowkeet Air would help the town with that money?
Do you have reason to believe they won't, other than the fact that they're firebenders?
Well, I've worked with them, and not everyone in that company is as uncorrupt as you might know, as you might say or believe. But I didn't really know Yuzen Jr. directly. And I guess he would be the one to make that call.
Well, right now he's using his own money to pay back the people of this town of the losses that they have from the Crimson Raiders.
She kind of looks around to the others. Go ahead and roll with Harmony and plead with her.
I mean, is this the path we want to take?
7.
I'm not even there. I'm eating. I'm in the kitchen.
I'm also in the
Bet.
kitchen, but I'm sulking.
I'm
Bet.
I'm just kind
thinking
of,
about
tinkering.
thinking about my brother in all this.
Brothers, huh?
Duster looking.
I hear you. Let's do this. Let's take an anonymous vote. And if everyone is in agreement with this, if it is unanimous, then maybe we can turn the artifact in to Sparrowkeet Air to help these people. But everyone must be in agreement. And it will be in an anonymous vote. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone that's going to be involved in the vote are all the players, and Ume and Keanu. Well, Keanu will be the judge. So Ume and the rest of the players. And I don't believe we're going to give Badger Frog and Princess Flutter that a vote.
No.
They're just voting for us to surrender ourselves.
Option
Yeah,
3,
other.
surrender.
Nah. Doug.
That's not even my handwriting. There's hearts in the eyes. It's like, you do that.
So are we like privately DMing you over the Zoom chat?
No. I want. I'd like to hear what your character's thoughts are on the manor individually, and what your vote will be cast as.
I'm in.
So the players will know, but the characters.
Don't make me
will
go
not.
first.
No, I'm just talking to you.
Oh.
Well, hang on. We have. Da-da-da-da. Why not roll it, right?
Oh God.
I'm in.
Hmm.
He knows we were lying.
Well, Ivan's first. You guys can have this discussion before you make your votes.
It wasn't blatant, but he said he would do anything he could for these people. And I'm taking that as, though not a personal threat, just that he's not close enough to let me stand in his way of helping them.
I am learning a lot about the true shape of the world on this journey. A journey with which I communicated with my family, my sister, that we were on a certain path towards the Beifong family. I've never, I guess I'm sorry to say, trusted the Sparrowkeet conglomerate. I don't foresee this again, I'm sorry. Sad, somewhat spineless Junior. I don't see him being the one in charge, and if a lot of money is suddenly around, it's certainly not going to be his call. And if he's the nice one, I vote that we get this into Avatar Aang's hands. That feels...
You can make that decision.
He gets up and goes for a walk, does some push-ups, and he places his vote for heading towards... I don't like being the one to go first! Heading towards Avatar Aang. Just his own understanding of the world. That's what my character would do.
All the fiction.
It just fits. It makes the most
All the
sense for
fiction.
Hyman to... if he's losing trust in something like a big corporate family like his family is, and understanding, then what else is there for him to cling to for good decision making than someone like the Avatar? And he certainly doesn't trust parakeets just by his background. So yeah, he leans towards continuing on to Beifong, and that's gonna also save his ass with his sister, whom he communicated he was doing a job for. All things lead towards Avatar Aang getting the thing, and it's his culture. It's his. That's where I land.
So no.
Yeah, immediately breaks the unanimous vote thing.
Lucy.
They've done nothing for me or my family. Just had us work and make dirigible parts for them. So I have no doubt that there are good people in Sparekeet, but I know that it is a corporation, and corporations have agendas. Those agendas can be skewed by a large sum of money, and we don't know the person that runs that place, that company. Sure, if it was using Junior, if he was getting a large sum of that money, then maybe. He's not. That's the problem. So no. Avataring, he's gonna get it.
Well, the same numbers, Zakira.
Trying to put my feelings aside right now, because I'm still pretty upset. But I think you guys are right. Though I definitely want to help him, especially helping all those people. My gut instinct was already to not tell him. And though I really, really want to do the opposite, there's too many variables. So I'm going to vote no.
Okay, Baku.
Well, the point is moot anyway.
Well, you don't know what the vote is technically. Your character doesn't. I just kind of want to get a feel for how your character's feeling about it all.
Gotcha, okay.
Mhm.
I spent my childhood hearing the stories, like I'm sure most of us did, about Avatar Aang. And how as he fought the Fire Nation, he helped people. He gave them hope. I always wanted to do that too. So I guess it just... I know you're all right, but I want to help these people. And when there's a solution right there, it's hard to ignore it. But it should go to Aang.
Your vote is officially no.
Nah.
Okay. Siri?
Suri's of the mindset that technology in the hands of someone who's yielding it for the wrong reasons is dangerous, and money and the advent of new technology, while not necessarily, might be bad. What her mind is actually wondering is she's more interested in the artifact itself, because she hasn't seen it, she hasn't held it, she hasn't touched it, but she's been told a little bit about it and its mechanics, and she's very curious about it, and she's wondering if someone would be willing to spend that kind of money on an artifact, regardless of where it came from, regardless of, you know, who created it, if it has mechanics that could potentially lead to something and that gets in the wrong hands, she's not down for that, because with her past, she has experienced a failure in technology, and she is not ever going to let something like that happen again under her watch. So she's going to say no, because she does not trust who this artifact is wanted by. So it's less about how the money would help the town and more about how it could end up negatively impacting thousands of other people if it is actually a piece of technology that's ancient.
Cool. Okay. Ume was technically the first to vote, and she was very loud and clear of, I'm sorry, we're going to give it to what? No.
Cool, it's not on me then.
I want to research this, okay? I want to pay attention to this artifact. I was agreed to come along with all of you so that I could do research on this thing. You promised that, and I'm not going to be able to get it if it's in the hands of this Barracuda.
So she's over here with selfish reasons. I'm over here like, for the better, to her pupils, like, she's like, I just want to study it. Technology.
You're right, Ume. I'm sorry for even suggesting it.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I get in on that promise to study it too, please?
We didn't like make any like handshakes or on the dotted line, but she showed an interest, and we were like, come along, we need
I
help.
feel like I was busy doing something during that promise.
You were in an idle animation
animating.
of water painting.
But
Okay,
Suri,
so
you haven't seen it yet, right?
No, you told me a bit about it when we were in the huddle. You gave me a very brief lowdown that it has interesting mechanics that are unlike a flute entirely. But I have not seen it.
You should
I'd like
ask
to.
Keon to see it.
Hey, bestie.
Maybe not right
Because
away.
I'm not talking to her anymore.
Maybe once we're in the air, away from, she'll be more at ease.
Keon, you will allow you to look at the artifact and inspect it and so forth. And I think I did explain to you what it looks like.
Yeah, you
outside
gave me a
the
very
game.
brief.
Yeah,
Very brief.
it's
So-
a pan
so-
flute.
Yeah, but
For the
doesn't-
audience, you should
Yeah, for the viewers, though.
definitely tell them what it looks like.
Once again, for the viewers that are definitely not my players, it is a pan flute that is assumed to have belonged to Avatar Yang Shen, which was the former, the last heir Avatar before Aang. It's unique and irreplaceable because it is made of the ivory pieces of horn from Yang Chen's sky bison. And it is difficult to keep safe or conceal because it's chalk white, it's fragile, it has a whistling sound whenever the wind hits it, and it's in a weird shape, so it pokes out of any like pockets, so it's forced to be carried out of the pouch. And carved on the like in Air Nomad script on the ivory is this beautiful story that details the way how to open a door that holds another sacred artifact. And that is effectively like that, whatever that door was, it's used to forever close the door on some kind of other, like some kind of weapon of some kind that might be of import.
I forgot all of that.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
would have maybe altered my decision.
But you
and-
did have genuine
you know.
concerns for people, and I feel like that really fit your character, especially as team healer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But
so
I
good
also
job on
totally
that.
forgot that it was hiding like a door to a weapon.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
think
it's a
that-
pan flute, like whatever.
Well,
That's why Suri was like,
That's what we're thinking it might be. It might be like
it's
a key.
the story. The story is written on it, but like you've never heard such things of like a sacred weapon artifact that
from
like,
an airbender.
from an airbender. Like what? Like really? You know? But the
We throw
story
pies.
is there.
But I mean, if it's on the pan flute, there's no reason to believe it's not.
Yeah.
True. And no one's saying that the weapon came from the air tribes.
They
Like,
just know
it could
where
be
this
hiding
weapon
something.
is.
So the
Or
vote
just knows.
comes back. Almost. Sorry, I'm in DM mode. Continue.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you're right though. It does come back all completely unanimously. Actually,
Sweepingly
I think
negative.
everyone voted no. So
He's like
Yeah, you-
sweating for no reason.
I'll stand by him and comforting and
Keanu goes the first one, and she like on the first no, you can just see like the relief hit her face, and then she goes to the next one and just even happier about it, like okay, can't wait to show Mr. Baku what these are all about. And then just like the third one, and then the fourth one, and then the fifth one, and then the sixth one, and just well, it was
Got
unanimous.
him.
It was unanimous. I'm sorry. I thought we were having a conversation about saving lives, and you were in conflict with each other or something. But now,
moving
why
forward.
did we have this vote?
So, how are we gonna handle getting all of the stuff out of the out of the warehouse?
You are the strangest people.
You hired us.
we're kids. Our minds are malleable. We just kind of
We got soft brains,
we're figuring out as we go along.
big, smooth, squishy brains.
Maybe don't hire a firebender next time.
Zucchini will remember this.
Tension.
It's a hot
Yeah,
take.
and I'll go ahead and I'll say, because it was never really quite done. Can we just say that during the car ride, they explained to me that they'd had run-ins and everything. So my character's caught up at least with
Yeah.
that.
I was like,
'Cause we
well,
were gonna
explain
do
in the
that.
car.
Just
Yeah, we were
over the
gonna do
top.
that, but then we
And
didn't.
and
We didn't
then
roleplay it. It's
and
like,
then- And then he kicked a guy, and then there was a claw man
yeah.
at some point.
And my character's chill, and Ume trusts them, so she's gonna trust them too. She's like, all right, you guys are wanted. Good to know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's
Good to
stressful.
know, I
Don't think
guess.
about it too
Yeah.
much. You're not. I'm not. He is.
Like, all right, well, we can be the faces of the group then if you need to do
Yeah.
anything. Like, hey,
Hey.
hey. I also canonically want my character to be very short in comparison to him.
Oh,
Yes.
So
I
it's
mean, I
just
think
like,
we're all
with
pretty
head
short
pads.
compared
Yeah,
to
we are.
him.
Yeah.
but
You're
still,
just like
like
5 foot even.
yeah, like my
6'5".
character's tiny, so like just like yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Excellent.
So
Okay.
what time is it like currently?
It's
11:04 on my
getting
end.
late. It's getting real late.
In game or IRL?
In game.
In game,
Oh.
it's getting late.
I
So,
think we should probably go to bed.
or
You could- yeah, or you could do your late night thing
Or-
or whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
Go
so
to the
do you
warehouse.
guys, if we're trying to get stuff out of the warehouse, I feel like we got the tunnel maps. I can bring along some tech to maybe break in and stuff if we need to. You got that Lotus chip, so
I
Yeah,
don't know
or-
if we spread the word that fast.
We got a getaway car.
we gotta get
Can
it.
we, well, we
yeah.
can't fit everything onto the getaway car from the tree, but
Yeah.
maybe some dirigible fuel. Primary objective, I hate to say it, Ume, is dirigible fuel. Secondary objective, and also very important, is the stuff from the warehouse that belongs in your tree. The third objective is all of the stuff that all of the people have been having taken from them. It's a mixed bag, and there's a time crunch, Ume.
And
Maybe the
fourth
leader will get
objective
asleep and we
is
could just
to-
sneaky.
And if he's not,
We also got
Yeah,
questions
I
for
don't know
my
how we deal with
brother and stuff with Lucy and his whole deal.
yeah, rather not talk about him.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about it. Don't hit him in the face either. Just pro tip. It doesn't
Thanks.
go well.
Would we be able to get like a semi rest or something before we head out, or do we have to do
Lines
it
up
like
to
right
punch
now?
Iman.
Like a rest that is short.
like a short rest.
Hop clock.
30-minute nap.
Power nap.
The
Can I
best
do
you guys,
non-lethal damage on I'm?
the best you guys would be able to do would be to role play a guide and comfort to get rid of, a couple of the conditions.
Sounds like a huddle.
That sounds like a sanctioned check-in between all of us.
But it also kind of sounds like, so you guys' plan is to raid the thing tonight. Yes?
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't
I
do much
want
tomorrow.
a dedicated answer to this so that I know what to plan for next week.
It
Ah.
sounds like a fun adventure.
It does.
And we don't really have another option from what
Sounds
I
like
can
espionage.
kind of perceive. Because we can't ask the brother for dirigible fuel. It shows our hand.
We can go buy it. 'Cause we're in a district that has it. We can just go buy it.
Yeah,
money?
if we can get out real fast, that's true. If we can immediately, we have a car
We
now.
go
This
right
is
in the
wild.
morning when everything opens. Buy it after
You're
we
the
go
best.
and get Ume's stuff last night.
I mean, I guess too, here is a thought. Your brother did say that your father and everyone are coming to handle it. What if, and your brother does, I mentioned that Ume's things were in that warehouse. If he really is as good of a guy as it seemed like he was, he might just take care of it and return Ume's things to her in time.
What if they try to take
Is
her?
Keon freaking out right now over the terms father and brother?
Oh.
Yeah, actually.
Oops. Because I didn't say it to her.
Oops.
Kenny was like, huh?
just
I take a subconscious step closer to Zucchini and be like, well, what if they try to take her?
You found family. But I
Oh.
thought you said you spoke. Huh?
Surprise. I just found out too.
Oh. That's good. Yeah. She once again edges backwards.
You don't get to talk. You stole a dirigible. All right.
Mhm.
Stole a
Yeah,
whole
that's-
ass blimp. Don't act like you didn't.
That's comparable to being a family member of the people looking for me. Yeah.
Let's pretend I've known them long enough to have loyalties against you.
Against me?
Yeah, I just found out they were my family today. You think I'm gonna be loyal to them and just turn you in?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Obviously.
I misunderstood.
She didn't. Because here we are.
That's
Yeah.
true. She didn't.
He mentioned you by name, talked about the artifact, how it would help everybody, and my gut reaction was to not say anything to him.
Mm,
And then I come back to this.
she begrudgingly agrees or believes you, if only because you all voted no.
Anyway,
But that just letting you know from I don't know how you feel about this, Ume, but if we need to get on this journey to return this artifact to the Avatar as soon as we can, then I have faith that the things will be returned. Only if things go well, though. I mean, who knows? That entire warehouse could be caught in a crossfire and it could all be completely blown up and we lose everything forever.
Did I secure any funds to hand over to Ume? Like we were talking about?
They handed over, like a little bit of funding, but mostly
That reminds me.
like equipment and so forth in the car
And
to
some
help rebuild.
a bag of money? No, I tried for a bag of money.
Sure.
Bag of money.
You have some money.
I pushed for monetary compensation. No, I mean it's fine if not.
Bag
That's,
of money.
yeah.
you pushed for it, but that is not what
Oh,
they.
okay. That's fine.
I feel like one of the soldiers would have just looked at you crooked and maybe snapped his own pouch wallet and kind of tossed it at you just so that he could get, more
That'd
later.
just be insulting to hand over. I'll buy her lunch
You pull
later.
out your own money.
Yeah, I'll buy her lunch later. I don't know.
I'm not saying we
Suri
shouldn't
was
do
talking
it.
to Ume.
Yeah, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. And Ume, if you really want us to get it, we can. But I don't. This seems, now that I know more about the flute, this seems like something a bit more important since it pertains to the Avatar.
Suri.
Yes.
They took the arm, Suri.
The arm?
They took the arm.
Oh, we gotta go get it. No. We put so much work in that.
They took so many things, but the arm, Suri. Looks
Lucy's
over
about
at
to have the
Lucy.
coolest
I'm
arm.
so sorry. It was
Oh,
going to
no.
be fantastic.
I didn't think they'd taken that. I came back to do stock and then I ran into you guys. Never mind, we gotta go. Sorry, ignore me.
That settles
We
it.
gotta go get that back.
We're getting our homie an arm.
You don't want this technology in their hands.
Don't want the
What
hand
is
in
this
their hands.
arm?
I see what you did there.
Also, I don't know if we can ask Dad. Feels weird to say. Never met the man. I don't know why they got rid of me. I don't know if they'll be happy to see me.
That's a
That's
deep
dark.
question.
That is dark.
From what my parents said is that they couldn't take care of me, and then come to find out they're from a very rich, very established family. I'm pretty sure that's not why.
Maybe they weren't rich at the time.
These guys have been around for a while.
I don't trust him. I don't like it.
Whatever reason Mom and Dad decided to, kick me to the curb, it might not be a positive one.
Gotta squat down. Just a reminder that you are valued and you are loved and you are worthy of being cared for and all the.
Come on.
Sorry.
I know. I don't have actual daddy issues. It's okay. I haven't met him long enough. But I appreciate you, Em.
And I do have a few bones to pick with Kip. So let's get that arm. Let's get that dirigible fuel. Let's get some of that good, and let's get out.
Okay.
Very well.
On 3. Go team.
Go team.
Go team.
One, go to. Okay, all right.
There was no countdown. I don't know.
It's fine.
So the party has decided to hold on to the artifact to eventually get it to Toph, who will give it to Avatar Aang. You've decided to lie to the family and not help the town, which is fine. That was your decision, but as always, there will be repercussions in both regards. And you now have a car. And next week, you're going to go on a heist.
Yeah.
The Suri
Nice
mobile.
job.
That'll be fun.
And actually, since I don't have many conditions or fatigues, I can stay up with Ume, and we could work on making like a little pargo or something to attach to the car to then transport more stuff out.
Yes, and actually, Suri, you're going to be helping a lot with what Ume is doing, because you're not going to be here next week. So that'll be what your character's doing, basically.
Okay.
The players will get an advantage out of it with whatever it is you're building, but you won't be on the heist because you won't be here. So fair enough. Yes.
She's giving you
But-
the.
She looks confused of why she
Why
won't
aren't you
here
going to
next
be here
week.
next week?
From what I understand, you were not going to be here next week.
I had a conflicting day in August, but not.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's like,
Yeah. She's
You're
like, why are you
you're not
kicking me
gonna be
out
here. She's
already?
like, why?
I was like, I just joined, but.
All aboard the Suri
I am
mobile.
so sorry.
No, you're okay. You're okay. Well, at
Okay.
least you know now and not next week when you've been like, why are you
that
here? And
would've
I've
been
been
very
like,
confused.
I've been like, I did my makeup for nothing.
I planned this whole thing for okay, yeah. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. I'd let you know that.
No,
there's
that's way
conflicting
better
days.
actually. That's good.
It's way better.
That's awesome.
Okay.
We do not do makeup for
Good.
nothing.
Exactly. The
I
face
felt that
must
in
be
my
camera
bones.
ready.
Love it. Well, okay, fine, great. We're gonna do a heist next week, and everyone's gonna be there. It's gonna be wonderful.
Yay!
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll go from there. Okay.
Real
Well-
quick question: will there be any time in between now and then to look at the sword stuff at all?
Depends on how quickly you guys want to leave. Do you guys want to leave right away, or do you want to do that?
Well, while Suri and Ume are building the thing, we can study the sword.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, well, then we can start next week with
Yeah.
taking a look at the sword and talking a little bit about it.
Heist!
Ooh.
It's a heist!
Heist.
Be
All
prepared
right.
for that.
Whew.
George, give us a little outro thing, and then we'll do our character thing, and then we'll do our raids. Stick around.
I feel like
Yeah.
I kind of did an outro, but
Love it.
and then buried it with assuming that Jessica's gonna be gone for next week.
That's
But
true, actually, yeah.
but at any rate, yeah, thanks for showing up for 5 weeks now. I'm Good Grief George. I'm doing this, and then at the first week of August, like I think it's like the 4th through December or something, is Gen Con, and it's a really large tabletop convention, and Magpie Games will be there, and I'm gonna be there with Magpie Games running Avatar Legends like basically the whole weekend. So if you guys want to show up for that, you guys can check it out. But like this is the thing I'm consistently doing now. I want to continue to GM for this game and see where it leads us.
Nice.
So that'll be a good time. Anyway, yeah, that's me. You guys can check me out on the links that eventually I'm sure will show up on the side. And thanks for showing up every week. Go ahead, Zakira.
Hi, it's Zucchini. And
Oh my god.
Wild.
You need to get that out.
sorry, yeah. Just
It was a big night for you.
it was
Big
building
night.
up a bit.
Oh my god. Yeah, how do you feel?
Yeah, that's Zakira right now. That's just her entire brain. It's just dial up noises and panic. So she's really excited to just focus on trying to get Ume's stuff and go from there, because I don't think she wants to think about this much more. There's too many weird conflicting emotions right now. But links are in the chat and all that.
Yeah.
Love you guys to pieces. We're gonna go to Suri.
Well, as I like to say at the most magical place where I work, happy to be here, happy to be part of the team. Every day walking to work, I'm just like, but no, truly, thank you so much for inviting me into this. This has been so much fun and such a great night. I am so happy that I get to do this with you. I've been a huge fan of Avatar since I was a child, so getting to join in with this campaign has really been even more than a dream come true, because I couldn't even have dreamed it before. So I'm like, what? This is a thing I can do for fun? So yeah, but yeah, you check out all the linkies. I'm just happy that I get to be with everyone. Gonna go down to Lucy.
Hi, I'm Lucy. Nothing really happened this. He's still coasting through. He's following along. He's on the track. He's on the roller coaster. The thing clicked in 3 times. I'm there. I'm ready. I'm set in. So we're going to see what happens next week, because I feel like it's going to be a bumpy, a crazy, chaotic ride. Yeah, check out those links. Jake.
Hello, I'm Krifel Jake. Baku is conflicted in that, like, he really wants to make it right for the town, but is coming to the realization that it's just a little bit too big of a problem for him. And that maybe, just getting what they need and getting out might be the better option. Because he's not the Avatar, and he can't just, do what the Avatar can do. So he's just, one waterbender. So a little humbling moment for him, I guess. But I'm excited to see what the sword does.
And honestly, Jake, I'm like, the fact that your character is pushed so like towards community rather than excellence, it was almost surprising to hear the prodigy player say that kind of stuff, but like you're pushed towards that right now, so that makes sense. And I strongly encourage you guys again to remember your balances and how that like comes into play, because as you're pushed towards one side or the other on your balance, it will define how your character is role played. So, but you guys have done a terrific job of that so far throughout this entire season. So I've never had to like explain it, but well done for all of you. I love you all.
We love
yeah,
you.
yeah, Iman is kind of the polar opposite, where he grew up, working in a prison, and so he's used to seeing people like at their worst / downtrodden / stressed out, and so and just kind of this is the way things are, and kind of having that lizard brain approach to it, and then all the other logical stuff. I'm not going to spend all the time unpacking all of it, kind of to land where he landed, and now he's gonna go do something illegal. Which is huge for him, and kind of dipping into the self-reliance out, and it's just heist, whoa, heist, which is a big step for him, and he doesn't even realize it. Yeah, I'm Sir Pfeffers. Links on the things. We have all sorts of fun here. Tune in on Thursday for Veil, which the amazing Taco, that dirty Taco, is streaming on here, where the party are agents of death.
Oh.
And it's some pretty honestly hilarious memory of a D&D campaign, so tune in then.
Cleric of a duck god, if that tells you anything.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, hard to explain that one. I have to write out a thing, but everyone pile into this raid. We're gonna go kick it with Dice Cream Sandwich, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your evening.
Such a good name.
Jessica's here. Big hype.
Oh!
And goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.